Hello, 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 everybody. How's everybody doing? Hopefully, everybody can hear me just fine. My name is Patty. I'm here to do your intuitive tarot. It's a healing tarot. This is full moon. Yesterday, today, we have an eclipse that happened early this morning around 6 o'clock. We've got some Mars planets. We got some T-squares happening with Saturn and Venus. And there's one other planet it's mixing up with. Anyway, there's a lot of things going on out there in space that is... Hey, Felix, how you doing? Nice to see you. Yes, I have a day off. Yay, yay, yay. But this is a time of different... This full moon and the eclipse. When we have the eclipse, it is like hyper power. You know, we want to really pay attention to it. This one is all about comfort and stability. Is trying to get you to be more comfortable with things and how things are happening in your life and to get some stability. So that's one of the overall effects. So what I'm going to do today is something different that you guys are... I've gone potty, I've gotten my coffee, but I'm going to go through each and every sign live, and I'm going to see what's going on in your guys' life. Just really quick for the next 2 weeks, all right? So something new that I'm trying out. Let me know how it goes, Felix. All right, so let's get started. I am going to pull Divine's card. I am going to look at two other oracles, and then I'm going to go into a spread to see what is happening for you guys. I'm going to hit Aries first. Aries this next couple of weeks is more about relationships and money. So if you're Aries, really pay attention to what's going on with your relationships. Be a little bit more aware what is happening with that, where it's going with that, and just see what is transpiring. Okay. Aries, you guys, it's sometimes all over the place. However, the Divine's saying you have a burst of magic. Something is coming to light. Something is forming. Something is happening. So maybe somebody's got an idea that they're trying to develop, or maybe they're trying to, design something, and they got this thing in their head and they're brainstorming. And so they're trying to grow something. So a burst of magic. And it is the number 12, so which is the number 3. It's something that is growing, something that you need to acknowledge and pay attention to. Divine's trying to wake you up with something. The lotus flower is a very beautiful flower, but it's also creating an energy of a sort. So for you, Aries, we are going to see what you are creating. Again, right now, I would be surprised if more pentacles popped up, because this is about your possessions. This is about resources. This is about what's going forward. Oh, wow. Some Aries, you guys are so not intuitive, impulsive, you guys. And some Aries are a little bit afraid to actually move forward. It's sort of like when you want to ask somebody out, you're just like, should I not? Man, are they going to like me? Are they not going to like me? That kind of a thing, that fear. So somebody has that fear. I love this. Take a look at these two numerologies again. Exact same numerology, guys. So you really need to be paying attention to that, acknowledging, okay, I have a fear. Let's just go for it. What's the worst thing that's going to happen? They could say no. Same with the job. If you want to apply for that job, what's the worst thing that can happen? Say no. Divine is saying it's not where I want you to be right now. Universe is saying where I don't want you there right now. So don't let fear guide you, guys. Aries, don't let fear guide you. You've got the number 10 for your future card for this. This is for the next 2 weeks. What is happening. There's a lot of things that are happening out there with the planets. However, I'm not going to go into those right now, just full moon and the eclipse, because this is a number 10. This is that power card. This is that power number. This is that eclipse number. This is about magic, coincidence, and synchronistic events. I don't believe in coincidence. I just don't, because we actually have this beautiful thing laid out for us, whether we want to believe it or not. Because if you really pay attention to your life and your life journeys, there's a thing that you can call connect the dots, and you're like, oh, wow, that was so cool. How did that happen? Because it all connected, or there was a divine intervention or something that happened in that manifested, helped you manifest or manifested it. All right. All right, so Aries, let's see what your next 2 weeks are going to be about. And don't forget to like, if you're watching, please don't forget to like and share, or you don't even have to share, just like, or subscribe. That would be beautiful too. What a blessing. All right, let's see what's going on for Aries for the next 2 weeks and the energies of this. We got Saturn, you guys, playing up there with Venus and Mercury. That was creating some conflict. So if you got conflict going in this week, don't worry. It's going to slow down. Just be patient. Patience is sort of another key word that we got to be paying attention to. Got them upside down. All righty. Oh, wow. Back to back. Come on now. Come on now. That's interesting. Okay, and anybody that wants to come through, divine, especially of you, I would appreciate any messages that you want to share with me and the Aries. I appreciate that. Thank you. So somebody definitely, an Aries out there, is definitely full of fear. I don't know who that is, but your first card out, if you've never watched my reading, really pay attention to the first card, center card, and the last card, because the center card is where you're sort of at right now. Your first card is sort of where your past is, and your future card is where the future is. Oh, your challenge card, right? But you've got these two cards right here. This is your past and current energy. Somebody is full of fear. You're holding yourself back. Okay, whatever this is, again, you got to look at it. It's relationships and money is your key thing with this full moon and eclipse. You're holding yourself back. Somebody, I keep hearing you're your worst enemy. Okay, so you're holding yourself back because of your past. You keep bringing the past up into the future, whether it be with a job. I'm never going to be good enough. I don't have the money. This is that low vibration and frequency kicking you in the head again. And it's just basically saying, I just don't have it, or I can't get it. It's that pity party low mentality that keeps you stuck. You know, unfortunately, if you watch me, I will tell you and walk in the truth that I know it is of divine. Those things keep you stuck. Those are low vibrational. Those are more of a, if you believe in the devil, you want to believe in that. You want to believe in the negative and the positive, it's the negative. If you want to believe in frequencies, it's that low frequency versus by whatever you're in, because your next card is the star. Okay. The star is all about not only creating balance, but it's also creating, thank you, so balance between the spiritual world and the world. Okay, so possessions and money and everything is very worldly, but your relationships and how you handle them and things are very spiritual. So you've got this little battle going on. Again, whoever this Aries is, you're overthinking too much. You're letting fear take over. You're not allowing those synchronistic events, those divine interventions happen. And you got another number 10. This is your future energy for the next 2 weeks. You've got something there. You're just not believing in it. Okay, Aries, I don't know what that is for you. You've got to start believing and having faith in the supernatural rather than what's in the world. That's that spiritual world thinking again, Aries. All right. So you have this is your self-talk. The Queen of Wands, your self-talk. And you're turning everything upside down. Okay, so this is a good thing because it's just an awareness for you to be paying attention. This isn't a bad thing. This is actually the burst of magic that you need, that the divine is saying, acknowledge that maybe the way that you've been doing things isn't working. You're unhappy, you're depressed, whatever it is. If you're happy and depressed, that's very worldly because things aren't happening the way that you want them in the world. It's a very spiritual battle that you got going on. However, you're turning things upside down. Future is, you got another number 3 here. Okay, you got 3 threes. Paying attention and acknowledging and becoming aware of what you're doing in these next 2 weeks, to pay attention to where those little things that are happening, that the divine is actually trying to intervene or give you some positive thoughts, or yes, you can do it. Or even just like I had this last week, last 2 days, I had 2 clients come to me and say, are you teaching leathercraft? And are you teaching about saddlery? And I'm like, no, I've thought about it, haven't. And 2 of them back to back asking me to do the same thing. Can they sign up? And I'm like, okay, divine, what are you doing? Because I won't go into the details, but it's very big. Is there a fear here? It's like, okay, I don't have the space, and I could do the same thing, guys. Aries, I could do the same thing. I don't have the money. I don't have the space. Okay, divine, if you want me to teach and if this is what you want me to do, open the door. I need a space to teach. I need some room and I need some more tools. If you want me to do that, I'll do it. Just give me the way. That's what your challenge card is you taking control of yourself and trying to control everything that going forward rather than letting divine create the opportunities for you and being that number 3, aware of what you're doing. All right. That is going to be your big challenge. All right. That's your big challenge. All right. Is there any clarification you want to give to me, divine, before I move on to Taurus? We have the full moon in Taurus. Rough moon for you guys. But this is for Aries. Is there anything divine that you want me to share? Is there anything that you want me to give to the Aries? These are upside down. Why am I doing these upside down? All right. So we have the High Priestess. We have opportunities. Again, you got the number 2. Again, that's bringing things together, making things happen together. You got the High Priestess. You've got the 7 of Cups opportunity. You've got the Queen of Pentacles. Again, this Aries is about your opportunities in something that you want to do. That either could be a partnership that's going to bring you a higher quality of life financially. It could be a relationship that you're trying to grow. This is where that spiritual battle versus the world battle. You need help with that. There's my information down below. Definitely. But there's an opportunity here. But the High Priestess is saying, you know, hey, I'm here for you. You're just not paying attention to the signs, the signals, the plot thoughts, or you're trying to do it yourself. That world human part of you wants to do it. However, the divine is saying, hey, put the past where the past belongs. Let me help you right now. Move forward. Stop fearing what the future can bring. It's going to be a really great thing. You're holding yourself back because you've got in the center of your reading the 10 of Cups, which is all about this opportunity opening up and happening. All right, Aries, that's your reading. We're going to move to Taurus next. But if you want more of your reading, that yes, I do do personal readings, intuitive readings as well. I don't need the cards. Divine really, my intuitiveness blows my mind. Sometimes I don't know how he does it, but that's how I do that. Being an empath, it's sometimes scary, even myself. All right, so Tauruses, we're going to move on to you. And we are going to see what is happening for Tauruses for the next 2 weeks with this full moon and the eclipse. And any message that you want to bring through, divine, or anybody in the positive nature that wants to guide, please come on through. Thank you. Oh, you got 2 of them. Oh, what's going on with Tauruses? Tauruses, this is going to be a hard full moon and eclipse for you guys. The reason being is that you've got a lot going on. Okay. You have 2 cards from divine. And it's close encounters, which is the number 10, and the number 12, which is 10 is number 1 as well. So something's ending, something's beginning, but it is going to bear fruit. It is going to give you rewards. It is the number 3. So hang on, because there's a transformation going on with you guys. This is about paying attention and being aware of what is happening. This is a beautiful, beautiful thing, Taurus. Is what I'm hearing is they're saying it may look ugly, it may look bad right now, but I'm working behind and something good is coming. So a lot of the times with divine, we don't have the patience. We want it to happen right now, Taurus, but this is not going to happen right now. But if you are patient, this bearing the fruit, you are just going to be blown away. Your mind is going to say, wow, this is really cool. I didn't know that this could happen. I didn't know this, how that was going to happen. How did that happen? I can't explain it. That's how divine is. You just can't explain it. So you're going to have a close encounter. You might have to make a decision. However, this is a transformation. So try to keep thinking positive. Try to keep thinking forward movement. Don't let fear come in. Aries had a lot of fear in there, but don't let fear come in. Just keep moving forward. There is fruit, there is rewards, there is positive. And this is number 3, awakening and acknowledging that things are changing. They may not look like they are right now, but definitely you will have change here. I don't know if it's going to happen in the next 2 weeks, but you'll be able to see that it is happening in the next 2 weeks, definitely. Okay, because you're going to be aware. This number 3. Okay, so Taurus, let's see what else is happening. So if you're brand new, I am pulling Divine's cards, and then I'm going to pull the current energy and what your future energy for the 2 weeks are. Then we're going to go into your reading. Please don't forget to share, like, and subscribe if you enjoy this. This is a healing intuitive tarot. I'm an empath. This is what I do outside of my job. All right. We have the owl as your center card. That is about deception and wisdom. Somebody also has fear in the future card, but this is in reverse. So hang on tight. But your current energy, along with this, paying attention, being aware that things are changing, things are going to happen. So somebody, this may not resonate with all the Tauruses, but things are not going very well for somebody. Hang on, because it is going to get better, and you're going to see that. All right. The owl is about deception and wisdom. That is a double-edged sword. This is our sword card, truth or lies, truth or lies. Wisdom comes from divine and the supernatural. This is our intuition. This is our instincts. This is our spirit. This is what tells us don't go there. And then you go there and you're like, crap, I should have listened to myself. Okay, that is that wisdom that you can't explain. Knowledge is coming from the world. Knowledge is coming from things that you learn through your life. But this deception, number 4, could throw your balance off. Number 4 is about balance. It is about stability. And again, this full moon and eclipse is about comfort and stability, the biggest top part. So really pay attention what is going on. If you're questioning somebody's actions speak louder than words. Don't pay attention to the words, because people lie out their teeth. That's what this tongue does. Sorry about that. But the thing is that we want to be aware of if somebody's deceiving us, manipulating. If you haven't watched my my video on energy vampires, watch that one. Definitely about manipulation, but really be mindful who might be deceiving, might be trying to deceive you, because this is what they want. It's sort of if you believe in, you know, God and spirit and all that kind of stuff, what is the thing that spirit wants? Our heart, whether it's a negative, positive spirit, whether it is, if you want to go on energies, what is it that energies want? They want to pull your heart. They want to pull you, your spirit from you. So I'm not going to go into all that. However, you got fear in reverse for the next 2 weeks, Taurus. In reverse, that means you need to move forward, keep going forward. You're releasing that fear to maybe say, okay, yeah, things are crap right now. However, I'm going to really have faith that things are going to change around. Turn that energy, manifest that energy upside down. Okay, that's what fear is. If we were to say here, I'm fearful to move forward, you're not believing and trusting in your authentic self, your spirit. Your spirit is your authentic self. All right. So let's go and pull the cards and see what else we're going to see. And ask Divine to please share any message that we'd have. Again, if this doesn't resonate with you, it's not your time. Maybe you're not going through a problem or a solution. However, let me tell you something. If you aren't going through trouble right now, you are either coming out of trouble is coming to head to you, or you are in the middle of it. There's only 3 things. The thing is that it's how you handle it. If you're in a spiritual mind, it's peaceful. You just go through the motions and it's still peaceful. But if you're living worldly, struggles, challenges, and trouble in your life, you get all upset. You get doing all those kind of things. Okay. You can always go to my Get Balanced 2020 and see a whole bunch of transformation videos, how to help you in your life, how to grow, how to get balanced, that kind of thing. I have a spiritual channel here, Divine Warrior Intuitive, where you can actually do that as well. But there's more videos on Get Balanced 2020. All righty, let's see what we got going. Again, this is about your work, about looking at your work, paying attention to what's going on. We have the 7 of Pentacles first, then we have the Ace of Cups. So when we have the Seven of Pentacles, it's about, okay, if you're new to my channel, pay attention to the first card, center card, and the last card. The last card is your challenge card. Center card is what it's going on at the moment. This is sort of your past. However, this is also in your present. So I look at it in both ways. So the Seven of Pentacles is about, you have worked hard, you have tried hard, you are working. Somebody's not acknowledging it. Now, this is coming in, this is downloading. Somebody hasn't been acknowledged for their work. This is off this here. I don't know who this is for, but they need to hear it. Somebody has not been acknowledged for their work and hard efforts and everything like that. Don't worry about that. That is worldly. Who can see that is divine. Divine sees everything that you do, and that's all that matters. I mean, I just got an award and I could have tore it up. It doesn't matter to me. World things do not matter. What matters is, am I doing a good job spiritually? So this is a thing. This is your first card out. Definitely working on that. Yes, you are. There's a lot of things going on. You have an opportunity of that coming, something fresh and new coming. Again, this is that fruit that is bearing. Hang tight. Somebody's going through a hard time. Hang tight. It's coming. This is a new energy, a creative energy, a fun energy. This is something that you've been waiting for. This is something that you're going forward on. That hard work is going to pay off, because here you go. You're analyzing. You got the Hermit. You analyzed. You put your ducks in a row. You're working on it. You're following all the steps. You're doing what you're supposed to do. Now, thank you. Somebody's not following all the steps. Deception, worth wisdom. Okay, thank you. I'll share it. They're saying that if you skip the steps, you're trying to deceive or decept to get something quicker. It doesn't work that way. Wisdom is knowing what you need to do, doing it and following through, and then the end result becomes fruit. Again, transformation. This is a time for somebody to slow down, do all the steps, make sure that you're doing them. This is a Virgo energy. Analyze it, dot your I's, and keep moving forward. That's the wisdom part of it. You have the Knight moving forward to the future with the Ten of Cups. Ten of Cups is, oh gosh, Ten of Cups is somebody out there saying, oh, that's not going to be me. Yeah, I wish I could have a family. I wish I could do that. But you know what? I'm so ugly. I'm so fat. I'm so this. I'm so that. I'm not smart, blah, 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 blah. That's a bunch of lies. That's a bunch of bunk. You can have this if you desire it and you begin to manifest it in a positive nature. This is your challenge card. You have to believe in yourself. Deception versus wisdom. Wisdom is, yes, I can have it. Yes, I can manifest it. Yes, I deserve it because it's already been given to me. It's already been given to me. You're holding it back. Wisdom is saying, yes, I'm going to have that. It might not be right now, but it will be in the future. Taurus is going through, again, just like the Aries, this spiritual battle, only you're doing it to yourself. Because you're self-talking so much that you're bringing yourself down. I don't know who that is. I don't know who that's for. You don't have to self-talk yourself down. Talk yourself up. Okay? This is what's going on. This Hermit energy is the analyzing. But the problem is, oh, thank you. So he's saying that sometimes we cannot see the deception, but we can feel the deception. Now, that's not me. This is what he's telling me for somebody out there. You cannot see the deception, but you can feel the deception. Something is off. Something's not feeling right. Something, is this really, it's sort of like when people come to me, I don't know if they're cheating on me. Blah, 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 blah. Well, what do you feel? Well, the evidence shows, yeah, but no, what do you feel? Do you know that person well enough to know, yeah, I don't think that he's cheating on me. It was that person's mistrust and their foundation, how they don't trust people, that person wasn't cheating. It was their issue of not trusting. Okay, I don't know who that's for. Thank you for that, but I don't know who that's for. Anyway, let's keep going for Tauruses. So can I please get some clarification, please? I'd like to get some clarification on the Hermit card, please, because this is going to tell me about the deception. This is the number 4. This is balance. It's also, Hermit is number 9 to pay attention to. It's in the forefront. It's very intense. It's very hard. Somebody's going through something a lot intense right at the moment. There's a challenge, a frustration. They're just not getting it. Woo, I love this. I love this. I love this. Okay, so Tauruses, hang on and be patient. Hang on, be patient. Ace of Wands, Nine of Pentacles, and the Tower. The divine is saying transformation is happening. Transformation is coming. And if you are patient, you will have the reward. So I don't know what it is. I know that the full moon and the eclipse is not going to be easy on Tauruses. However, that self-talk, turn it around. Turn it around. It's how you communicate with yourself that you communicate with others. I heard the word gossip, and I don't want to go into that right now because that's too long. But it is going to turn you around. And it's also going to help your job because you're going to begin to see the actual good things, and the deception's going to drop away. Go for it. Go for whatever it is. Okay, lastly, there's somebody that needs to tell somebody something. I don't know what it is. I think they feel like they've been deceived. Again, the Owl card. But what they're saying is go and ask. If you don't ask the horse directly from the horse's mouth, you're going to get a bunch of noise. I hear all these voices, and it's just a bunch of noise. Go. If you need to ask somebody, don't fear. Go. It's in reverse, and ask. In these next 2 weeks, get the courage up, because at the end of the day, this is your challenge. If it doesn't work out like you'd hoped it to, there's a reason. Trust it, trust it, trust it, because transformation is happening. Change is happening, okay? And it's all going to be very fruitful. Oops, fruitful. Sorry. All right, Tauruses. Don't forget to like and subscribe, please. And I'm going to be going on to Cancer's next. I'm looking at my list because I'm not doing them in any particular order. Before I came on, I asked Divine which order he wanted, and so I'm just doing them in the order that he wanted. So, Tauruses, that is your reading for the next 2 weeks. I hope it helps. If you have any questions, I do readings privately. And you can always ask. And you can always ask me a question as well. All right. Everything I do is by donations. Personally, I don't think we should be making money from our abilities and gifts. So I do everything on donation. Okay. All right. So we're going on to Gemini. Gemini. This is a time for self-reflection for you guys. This is a time for self-reflection. You might find yourself wanting just to be alone or wanting to think, Geminis. And maybe this is something that you just feel like you need to do for yourself, some self-time. Definitely take the time for yourself, okay? It's not, if you isolate for a while so that you can think. You cannot think with a bunch of noise, okay? You cannot think and clear your head and get yourself together with a bunch of noise. That has to be done in solitude, and that's to give you some solace. So definitely work on yourself, Geminis. For right now, this looks like somebody's going through something. I'm pulling the cards for those of you that are brand new to me. Again, I pull a divine card. This is his deck only, to bring in a message of what he's trying to share. And then I go into your current energies and your future energies. This is for the next 2 weeks. All right. So somebody's having a really, really hard time figuring things out. Okay. And this is why you have to go by yourself, have to sit and think. Somebody's struggling through something. I don't know what that is. However, it's the number 6. It's holding you back from the future. And this is about smoke and mirrors. Okay. This is Divine's card, guys. So what he's trying to get across here, this is about your future and how you're thinking about your future. However, you got to be really, really careful and mindful who you're listening to. Okay. Really mindful. This is a time to really look at things in a positive nature, things to look, how you're going to move forward. This is sort of a Virgo hermit energy. I'll be surprised if that doesn't come up. But this is something for your future. This is something to sort of brainstorm. This is not only to brainstorm for worldly, what you want to do with your life here, what your calling is. I keep hearing the word calling. What is your calling and what you want to do in the future? However, you really need to be more optimistic about it. This is your current energy that is happening. Optimistic and acknowledge when you are negative and holding yourself back. Okay, something is trying to creatively move forward. However, you might have somebody, I'm hearing that maybe you have somebody in your life that is trying to sabotage you or hold you back. All right, Gemini, because you have the, for your future card, you have the rebirth in reverse. It's holding you back from becoming something new, something where you want to go. It's sort of like when we are not our authentic self, we actually do things fake and become somebody that we're not. All right. We're doing it because we want to be accepted. That's a worldly thing. I don't care if people accept me or the world accepts me. This is how God created me and this is who I am. The leather work, if they don't like my leather work, I can't help that. Maybe they can go somewhere else and find somebody better, which I'm sure there is. However, I'm doing this because divine has asked me to do it. All right. Somebody's looking to the past. Again, pay attention to the first, the center card and the last card. Last card is your challenge card. Your first card is the Two of Wands, which somebody's looking sort of to the past rather than looking in their future. Oh, sorry about that. Definitely sort of looking away from that. This is somebody who has had trauma. This is somebody who's had PTSD. They're having a struggle. Maybe they're into counseling or something of that nature. They were betrayed or things didn't turn out the way that they'd hoped. There could have been some sabotage in the family. There could have been some abuse in the family, something of that nature. Somebody that was probably pretty close to them. Somebody's juggling. I can't say that. So somebody's juggling. I don't want to say personalities because then people think I don't have a split personality. I'm not talking about personalities. In the center of your reading, you've got the 2. Okay. I'll tell you what the number 2 here in a minute means. You've got the 2 of Wands. In the center of your reading, you have the 2 of Pentacles. And at the end of your reading, you have the Queen of Wands. Very social butterfly. Very social. Got a little dark side to her though, but she's a little gossiper for this person, whoever it is. However, in the center of your reading, you've got the 2 of Pentacles, which means that you're how do I politically say this correctly? I'm such a boomer. That you're trying to juggle between being fake and being real. And this is really a challenge for you because somebody is either probably got some trauma that they are, or PTSD or anxiety or depression or whatever they're going through. And this is because you're trying to balance yourself between 2 worlds. You're trying to balance yourself in the world and make everybody happy and let them see somebody that you're not. But in your spiritual side, would you just be you? It's okay to just be you. This is that smoke and mirrors that divine is talking about. I can't make this stuff up. I don't know how to make this stuff up. But that's what he's talking about. Smoke and mirrors. It's that illusion, that magician card of making things look appear that they're not. And that's because of somebody's trauma, PTSD, anxiety and depression a lot is a worldly thing. Once you learn to let things go and let divine, let the universe or whoever you believe in, let them guide you, that fades and goes away. It really does. You don't need medication and things like that because you're thinking from a different dimension. Okay. So somebody is like between these dimensions. They can't figure out how to share with their friends and their family who they are and be honest. I can tell you definitely, Geminis, that I used to be that way when I was living through my sexual abuse. I used to be whoever would everybody wanted me to be because I wanted to be accepted. But when I realized that it's not the way to live, then it actually was very, what do you call that? The smoke and mirrors went away because I knew who I was. And it was okay to be somebody that was broken. And it was okay to be somebody that has issues and faults, because you know what? I hate to tell this to everybody. Every single person on this earth is broken and has faults. So it took me a long time to figure that. However, this is what I was doing as well, Geminis. I'm a Virgo though. But the thing is that you were trying to play, and look at this. You're so conflicted. This energy is so conflicted, and that's what's going on with the Mars retrograde. It's going on with the eclipse. The eclipse has sort of heightened it to bring it up to the surface. So somebody is really trying to work on this. But it's like you're walking two different directions. What is that? I'm probably aging myself, but it's that animal in Dr. Dolittle that has a head this way and a head this way, and you're trying to go each way. It's like my world self, I'm going to just please everybody and be this way, and I'm going to not tell my secret, or I'm not going to tell what's going on with me. I just want to just don't say anything. And then this other spiritual side is, it's okay to be just you. It's a struggle, I'll tell you right now. And it's not easy, but it will get better. It will get better. But you've got to really pay attention to the smoke and mirrors, because you've got creativity, and you've got the future here coming. But the problem is, this challenge card here is your problem. All this noise around you that is either making you full of anxiety, panic, depression, because you're listening to all this stuff that is not real, and it's, again, smoke and mirrors. And the divine is saying, I don't want you to listen to that. I want you to listen to me. I want you to, and if you believe in vibrations and universe and all that kind of stuff, believe in that and trust in that, because there is, I can't explain it, but there is a dot to dot connection to get you to a beautiful, beautiful, peaceful life. All right. But somebody is listening to too many people. Stop. Because they don't know what they're talking about, because they're not walking in your journey. Thank you. That was beautiful. They don't know your journey. They're trying to keep you bound. I can't make this up. They're trying to keep you bound to staying where you're at or low, because that's where they are. Okay, I don't know who this is for, but that's where they are. But your pain, you've still got a lot of pain in there. Again, trust in there. Somebody's not trusting. I hear the word trust, 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 trust. You don't trust because you've been hurt before. Okay, you've gone through this a couple times. Maybe you've done this rodeo quite a few times. And you're just, but this is what wants to keep you bound. This low vibrational energy that's going to suck you. It's going to talk to you, all this negative talk. That's that little angel, good angel, bad angel kind of a thing. Somebody, but this is people around you. I'm going to tell you right now, being a transformation coach, that person may be your closest friend, your closest family member, whatever. They're very good at sucking and manipulating you in to hold you back on growing to the person that you need to be. All right, Geminis, let's see what else. Ooh, I did see a card turn, didn't I? Maybe it flipped back over. That's weird. I swear I saw a card turn. Okay. If you want that card to come back out, turn it again. All right, Divine, is there anybody or anything that you want to talk to through me that I can help them in any way through their struggles, their challenges? Now, this may not resonate with you. It may resonate with somebody else, or that you may know. This may be like, wow, this sounds like so-and-so. Let them share it. Sorry. I'm trying to do a live and get all of them done, so. Is this in reverse? Yes. Okay, so 9 of Cups. Definitely 9 of Cups is all about, 9 in numerology is about bringing it to the forefront, but it's also intense. It's to pay attention to it. It's really, really important. So that smoke and mirrors, you want to definitely pay attention to. However, something really good is going to come, and you're going to really pay attention to whatever that is. It's not going to be there long. It's not going to last long. It's not meant to. It's supposed to make you feel good and say, hey, oh, maybe this is the way I should be going. This is your current energy. This is the optimistic person. This is trying to show you that if you acknowledge some of those little tiny things that are really going to be moving you forward and ahead, you're going to get away from these people that are holding you back by talking in your ear. Maybe they're gossiping. You don't need to hear that crap. You don't need to hear gossip. You don't need to hear that. They're holding you back and it's burdening you. Okay, I can't make this stuff up. This is the 10 of Wands. So it's to release a burden. You sometimes have to release people to actually go where you need to go. Okay, this is that smoke and mirrors. This is that optimism. This is that divine intervention. This is that who is really in the center of your world trying to mess you up. You sometimes have to release it. Okay. Thank you. He said self-talk. If you're so somebody's self-talking, they're lying to themselves, he says. If you're telling yourself all that negative stuff, and we hear it all the time, you know, it's like, oh yeah, that positive, oh, that stuff like, oh yeah, I'm beautiful, I'm great. There's a thing in that because words have power more than you have any clue. And those words have energy when you speak them. So if you're thinking them, that's one thing. But when you speak them, you give them twice the power. So be really careful with this full moon and eclipse time, because the eclipse time, it heightens everything. So when you speak, be mindful to what you speak, and not only speak to others, but what you tell yourself. Okay? But there's something good. Somebody's going to get an affirmation anyway, and it's going to make them feel good. And that's the thing. Then you affirm somebody. You go and affirm somebody, because if you're going to be made felt good, then you make somebody else feel good. Again, you got a push me, pull me thing going on. You've got this world person fighting this spiritual person. Okay. And the spiritual person is fighting like Dickens to get out and just be heard. Like, just, can you trust in me? Have faith in me. All right, Divine, is there anything else? A lot of people want to hear about love. And I would love to do, I could do love readings all the time, like several tarot readers do. However, to me, being an empath, being an intuitive, and witnessing divine, to me, that's a lie. Because not everybody is going to have that type of love or find that love in the next 2 weeks. There might be seeds. There might be something be working in the backdrop. There might be divines trying to put somebody, you know, healthy over here, work on you here, and then in the future bring you guys together. You don't want two healthy people or unhealthy people together. You're going to have a mess. Okay. But he is saying keep moving forward. Keep paying attention. Number 3 has popped up. There is the number 2. Okay, so we've got the number 3 twice. We got the number 2 twice. So what did that mean? It means things are coming together, whether you think that they're not or they are. This is about you being creative, thinking positive. What is it can I do to keep moving forward? Excuse me, because you got another number 2. There's something coming together, either a relationship, a partnership, a new job, a co-worker that is going to help you out. This is a mutual likeness of whatever. Okay. However, you got to stop listening to the noise. Okay. I don't know who this is for. He's saying, tell the story about, okay, counseling. If you go to a counselor, and you need to go to a counselor, and say you're a couple and you're having couple trouble and all that kind of stuff, Geminis, then you go to a counselor and you ask them, how long have you been married? Oh, 3 years. Would that person have enough knowledge and understanding of a marriage that was married 50 years? So you got to be careful who you listen to. So don't be afraid to ask. Okay. This again is your creative and your optimism. And I do this all the time. I said, oh yeah. You know, you want to bash something. How long have you done it? Well, I have never done it, but okay. Then really you don't have any investment in it to say anything. Does that make sense? I don't know who this is for. I don't know what it's all about. However, you do keep moving forward. You're on your path. You're getting there. Something is coming together. Those smoke and mirrors, stop listening to the crap. Stop listening to everybody else. Just do your journey yourself. Keep moving, keep moving, keep moving, because you've got the number 2 and the number 3 all over the place. And Divine's card is the number 6. It's coming together for your better. Challenge card is walk away when somebody's gossiping. Walk away when somebody's saying negative. Walk away when something's not supportive. Walk away. This is your challenge card because this is the gossip lady of the universe. Somebody is just there. And unfortunately, I hate to say it, it might be somebody really close. When I was bodybuilding and I was 215 pounds and I said, I'm going to work out. My mom's like, yeah, you've done diets before. Okay. And I started working out and my trainer said, what do you want to do? I said, I want to bodybuild. I want to be competing. I want to be on a stage. He's like, okay, let's go for it. And my mom was the worst saboteur in my life. I had to divorce her for a year. Because I was on my path. She was holding me back, but I was on my path. And then all of a sudden it was bringing me down and not allowing me to do what I needed to do. So I had to stop listening to the smoke and mirrors. And a year later, 1 year, from 215 pounds down to 136 pounds on a bodybuilding stage, I did it. Okay. And then I went and got a nutrition and fitness degree. So don't let somebody stop your dream. Anything can happen that you want it to happen. Make it manifest. If you have and you need somebody to talk to, go to my information down below. Go to Get Balance 2020, my other channel. Watch some of the transformation videos, or Divine Warrior Intuitive has those as well for transformation and more, making your life better. All right, Geminis, don't forget to like and subscribe. All right, so we are going to go on to Cancers. Woo-hoo. Thank you guys. I love you guys. Geminis. We're going to go on to Cancers. You guys are awesome. You are you guys, I like to watch Cancers because Cancers are a challenging kind of person for a Virgo. We are, my daughter's a Cancer actually. And I love her to pieces. Our mindset is totally different. However, Cancers are very realistic, very, they've got a really smart head on your shoulders, but you're also very loyal. And you get a lot of compassion in you. Again, Cancers, if you're watching this for the first time, this full moon and this full moon and eclipse is about creating comfort and stability in your life. You guys like a routine. You like to have, but you guys are too somewhat homebodies and stuff like that. However, this is about creating stability for you guys. I feel that in the Mars, we got Mars playing around with the retrograde. Saturn is really strict. It's going to be sort of controlling you a little bit more. Okay. But for you guys, Cancers, this full moon is about sharing with your friends, growing together, maybe some socializing, trying to create better relationships, Cancers. I think that's awesome, especially at this time of year. Maybe you're even going to reach out and, I don't know, Thanksgiving, I keep seeing, not a soup line, but, you know, helping somewhere during the holiday. I don't know who that's for. However, what a beautiful thing that you do, whether it's you're helping somebody, you know, an elder with meals, or I just see like homeless people in a line, and I don't know if you're going to be doing that. I don't know who that's for. So anyway, let's see. So for you Cancers, if it's your first time watching, I'm pulling a Divine's card. This is an oracle. This is Divine's deck. His deck only. This is his messages to you. Okay, this is the universe message. This is whoever that you're trying to come through. All right. You know, because some people believe in the universe, some people believe in frequencies, some people believe in divine. So I share all aspects. However, I am divine driven. I'm intuitive and an empath. So I do my best to get all my messages from him. Sometimes he sends me somebody else through. So I don't know who that is. He doesn't share that with me. I just know his voice. All right. So we're going to do his message to you. We're going to do the current energies, and we're going to do for the next couple of weeks. All right. With this full moon and eclipse energy. If that's the card you wanted, go ahead and bring it again, please. And then we'll go into a spread. These are upside down, as I do a lot. I don't know, it's a habit that I do. I just grab them and start shuffling. Okay, so divine's energy for you Cancers. This is beautiful. Remember when I said, and I can't make this stuff up, but what it is the planets and everything are about togetherness, about things happening in a friendship, relationship, or whatever for you guys for the next couple of weeks. This is intensified. So what it is, it's bearing fruit. Okay, so this is very beautiful, but now I'm getting conflict. Okay, conflict is Mars coming in with that, and also Saturn with the Saturn strictness, because we got a T-square going on up there as well. But this is bearing fruit. This is the number 3. So somebody's relationship is trying to blossom. It is going to blossom. You've got to acknowledge where you're at. Okay, thank you. So he's saying if you are in this, wherever you are at, accept them wherever they are at. So if you're in a relationship or a friendship or whatever, and you're having a conflict going on, just say, hey, you know what? That's their perspective. I might not agree with it, but it's okay not to agree all the time. But, you know, this is where they're at right now, and this is all they know right now. And they're working on themselves. I'm working on myself. Everybody's working on themselves. But also too, to acknowledge wherever they are at right now is going to bear fruit, because you're going to relax and release. Okay, I don't know who that's for. Okay, current energy with this full moon for Cancers and the eclipse is to really pay attention to, because this is about, again, rewards in your future, how you're working towards that. This is, again, what we're talking about. I can't make it. Oh my gosh, this is crazy. I don't look at the cards before. I just don't, because he's sending me downloads. So this is the Lady of the Lake. It's the number 8. It's about absolute truth, courage, self-respect, and responsibility. Okay. Again, wherever somebody is at, that's where they're at. It's sort of like me talking about my spiritual self. If I talk to somebody who's secular, and I start talking about dimensions and about spirit and about divine, and they're going to look at me like a deer in headlights and say, are you nuts? What are you talking about? Because they're not at that level. So if I'm trying to teach leather work and I'm trying to teach an advanced technique, and I haven't even taught them how to cut a piece of leather, they're going to like, I don't get it. So something's going on in your life or somebody's life, Cancers, that they're not going to get it. So just speak the truth. Absolute truth is not your truth. Your truth is worldly truth, because you've been trained and taught, and we all have been trained and taught and brainwashed in some way or another by our parents. But the thing is, the absolute truth is from a spiritual truth. What is your spirit saying? What is this? What is your spirit saying about this person, about this? Should you back off? Should you relax? Should you take it easy or whatever? Okay, but it is to bring you guys together. This is a beautiful thing. It's bringing you even closer. So, and it might even be your job, okay? But this is what's going on, absolute truth. You have to have courage, because courage is stepping out of that fear. So if you need to say something to release it, do it in love. Make sure you do it in love, because this is about bringing things together. If you don't like something, if they don't like something, say, hey, can we come to a compromise? Another example, my husband used to hate that the dishes were in the sink overnight, left me a note, said, hey, that can't happen. It's like, okay, well, I was tired and sick the night before, so I didn't do them. So yeah, trust me, he's my ex-husband. But the thing is, that was his issue, not my issue. But we can definitely talk about it and come together in the middle. Can't make this up. In the next 2 weeks, this is going to be happening. Okay, you saw me pull the cards. I'm not having anybody show me the cards to pull them happen. This is divine. This is divine given. So this is about bringing it together at a next level. Whatever is happening in your life, it is going to bring you together in your next level. That might be your level of friendship. It might be a level of partnership. It might be a level of, partner of whatever it is. So what they're wanting me to talk about, what he's talking about is to take responsibility for your actions, not somebody else's actions. Again, he's saying that responsibility, if you've messed up, just own it. It's not a big deal. It's not the end of the earth. It's like at work. It's like people are stressing. I'm like, this is just stuff. It's going to be here tomorrow. Don't stress about it. It's going to be here. We'll fix it tomorrow. Don't stress about it, but do take responsibility and own if you've made a mistake. Not a big deal. If they've made a mistake, not a big deal, because it's your perspective versus their perspective, Cancers. It's your perspective saying, well, why did you do that? That was stupid. Well, to the other person, they might have a whole different perspective to why they did it. So just ask them, I'm just curious why you did that way. And they might come up with a very legitimate reason, but it's not your perspective. Okay. So, but this is communication and bringing you closer. If you want to watch my effective communication video, I think I have it on Divine Warrior Intuitive, but it's on Get Balanced 2020 on how to do that. You'll never fight in your life again. You will maybe disagree to agree to disagree, but you will never fight again. Yeah, and you're going to say, yeah, you're full of crap, Patty. And I'm like, no, I'm not. Trust me. I don't fight with people. And when that voice level starts to go up with somebody else, it's because, again, they're not at that level. They don't know. You know, they're just looking from their perspective. All right. Okay, so for those that are new, please pay attention to the first card, center card, and the last card. First card is sort of your past and what's going on right now. Center card is about what's really important because it's at the center. And the last card is your challenge card, which you seem to be having an issue with. All right. So somebody's having a little problem moving forward with somebody. Okay. You have to move forward into bear fruit. Okay. So here's the thing with fruit, when we haven't worked on our foundation, the roots of the tree, okay, then we don't grow a healthy trunk. And the fruit is probably not very good. However, if we have a great foundation, that trunk grows strong and healthy and it bears the most beautiful fruit ever, flowers, whatever you want to put. To bear fruit, you got to work on yourself. Okay. And unfortunately, when I have a 3-part series on sexual abuse, how to survive, actually how to survive it, how to heal, and how to live with it. Because I've been sexually abused, is that you can't, it's hard to move forward. It's trauma, it's PTSD, it's, yes, a lot of things, but it's hard to move forward without doing your homework. If you don't make that trunk strong, then you are not going to be able to move forward, and you will bear fruit, but is it going to be healthy fruit? Is it going to be tasty and juicy and fresh, or are those flowers going to be beautiful, or are they going to be sort of wilted? Okay, so enough of that. I don't know who that's for. Your second card out is the 7 of Pentacles. Yes, it is hard work, but it brings things together. For example, when I get into a relationship, I do talk to them about my sexual abuse because intimacy is really important in a relationship. What do you fight about? Either sex or money. So it is important for them to know. So I have to talk to them about it and ask if that person is at a level to be able to understand that and love me the way that I am. Okay. And help me grow. Okay. But that is work. But let me tell you, it has brought together more relationships, and it's not out of pity. It's out of like understanding. Oh, that's why you were a little bit holding back, or that's why. So definitely, because it brings beautiful fruit. This again, the 10 of Cups is about opening, and the number 10 is about shutting a door, opening a door, healing something, and actually living with something. So with sexual abuse, you would live with it. You'll always have it in your head and your mind. There's triggers and things like that. However, you've learned to survive it and how to grow from it, and the beautiful rewards that it can bring you. For somebody wants, it might be a family, it might be just having a healthy relationship again. All right. The number 4 is at your center of your reading. It is about, and the eclipse and the full moon, you guys, is about stability and comfort. So this doesn't surprise me that it's at the center. So it is about growing stability. It's also about growing comfort in manifesting the strong trunk in your tree, trunk in your tree, how you're growing yourself and how you're helping yourself. Again, we're doing that with absolute truth, being honest. Yes, I was sexually abused, whether you like it or not. That's the truth. That's my truth, but it's also absolute truth because he knows also that I've been sexually abused. Does it bring it together? If it's not meant to bring it together, then they're not supposed to be in your life. I don't know who that's for. But you got to start taking care of yourself, Cancers. And you're going to be doing that by helping with the full moon and the eclipse, by helping yourself get around other people. You're not isolating. You're being with a friend. Maybe it's a close friend. Maybe it's you're building a best friend. Maybe you're building a relationship. Maybe you do need to watch the effective communication so you're not fighting and understanding each other so you can grow your relationship. Okay, but that's what's happening here. Okay, definitely judgment. Okay, there is a judgment. And we have to look at, is this judgment of me a worldly one or a spiritual one? If it's a spiritual one, people will love you no matter who you are. Okay. If it's a worldly one, it's like, ooh, you've been abused. Oh, I can't deal with it. That's a worldly person. Let them go. Oops, sorry. So let them go. The challenge for you is knowing that there is this fruit there for you. These good things, these happy things, these things that are going to bring you joy and peace. I hear joy, peace, joy, peace, joy, peace. They're going to bring you joy and peace. What that is you have a challenge that you don't want to accept it, or you don't believe it's going to happen to you. Oh, that's not going to happen to me. That's other people, but not me. I got another story for that, but I don't have time to go. But it's you're lying to yourself. This is time to have some courage up, to believe in yourself, to believe that things are going to happen. This is a coming together time with somebody. I don't know who that is. Again, I don't see a lot of pentacles. There is a pentacle. It might be for work. I don't think so. All right. This is a friendship or a close relationship. I'm not a psychic. I don't predict things, but I do hear that somebody older, like an old relationship or old friendship is going to come back. I don't know. And this is a good thing. It's like you haven't been around that person for a while, and you don't believe that maybe it ended in not a good way, or maybe it ended in a sour note, but you don't believe it can be good. This is the number one. It's a new start. It's a fresh start. It's something that's going to happen. And that's all I'm going to say about that. All right, Divine, if you can just share with me if there's anything else for Cancers, please, that you would like me to share. For this next 2 weeks. We are just getting through the full moon and the eclipse, or if you want to send anybody through, go ahead and have them give me a plop thought. All right. There's somebody's not getting the results that they want to get because they're doing too many things. They're overextending themselves. They're the relationship's coming together, but it's sort of been up and down. It's sort of like we're on, off, we're on again, off again, on again, off again. That's not stability. That's not what this full moon and eclipse is about. The eclipse is about growing stability. So definitely, if your relationship has been on and off again, it's due to your communication. Again, and about about boundaries, because I saw Saturn's about strictness and about also having boundaries and responsibility. So I don't know who that's for. All right, is there anything else, Divine? And don't forget to like and subscribe. I would love to have you. And again, I do readings, personal readings. Sometimes we use the cards, sometimes we don't, only because I am intuitive and a lot of what comes through is not with the cards, but I do use them for a tool. It's helped my hands to keep some intuitives doodle and stuff. I shuffle and I listen to the cards. All right. Again, remember I said it is about the hard work. And he keeps saying the number 9 is up front. The number 9 is about pay attention to it. It's now. Work on it now. This is meaning that there is a lot of pain. There's a lot of hurt. There's a lot of maybe trauma, PTSD that you need to work on. The number 9 is about this is time to do the homework. It is time to either get a coach, or you want to email me. I hear from people all over the world. But this is a time to not look back at that pain, and let it control you. Thank you. He says to take responsibility, to know that, to walk in your authentic self. And it's going to bring things together. That's not going to separate it. The number 2 in this case is bringing things together. It's not separating. It's creating a stable balance. So if you're in a relationship, this is the time to be your absolute truth, honesty, open up, share. And if they're not supposed to be in your life, they'll go away. And he's got somebody waiting. Sometimes we're with the wrong person and then we're with them And then we stay with them and with them and with them. And then we miss out on the person divine has for us. Or you break up with that person and then you meet the one that he wanted you to meet. And then you're like, man, if I would have met you sooner. Well, that was your fault for hanging on to somebody that you weren't supposed to have in the first place. However, just start to release, be yourself. Things are coming together. Just build that trunk of your tree really strong. That's you. Because right now somebody's tree is weak. It's like I could see like a woodpecker pecking at it, which is a person. And when a woodpecker pecks at it, what it does, it makes a hole, and then that hole can become diseased. And for us, that would be toxicity. So somebody might have to get rid of somebody to grow stronger. All right. All right, Cancers, that was your reading. Please like, subscribe, email me if you need to or want to. Go to my website. You can go to my YouTube channels here, either at Get Balance 2020 or Divine Warrior Intuitive. I love to hear from you guys. I love your comments. I love to hear from you guys. I don't do this for money. I do for donations. And even if we do a reading, it's donations only. I don't ask for money for a gift that Divine has asked me to help others in. All right. All right. So we're going to move to Leos. My mother. Oh my gosh. This is a deer skin. Yeah, I was given a bunch of deer skins from my leather business. A gentleman had a bunch of deer skins, and this is a beautiful one. A lot of beautiful energies coming off of it. So I am sharing this with you. He had several. His grandpa used to, back in the day, that's how they got their food, is they used to shoot elk, deer, buffalo, all that kind of stuff. That's how they got it. So some people say, oh my gosh, you got a skin, you killed that poor deer. That's how they used to do it. This skin is probably 60, maybe 50 years old. Maybe that's how this family got their food. All right. All right, Leos, let's go on to you guys. Welcome, Leos. Again, I am doing the reading for the next 2 weeks. This is from the full moon and eclipse on the 8th, actually, to the next 2 weeks. Divine's card. This is the deck I am going to start out with. This is the universe or the Divine's energy and what he wants to share with you and what he wants to send you a message. Then we'll go into your current energy and your future energy with the oracles, and then we'll go into oh dang, really? All right. Okay. No, I don't like that one. All right, I don't think I shuffled because that was the same as the last one. Let me shuffle a little bit. Okay, so Divine's card is in reverse, guys. That's why I was asking. Well, it's the same card. Okay, sorry. The Divine's card is the body and soul, okay? But it's in reverse, guys. What does that tell me is that it tells me, and it's the number 5. So let me tell you a little bit about the full moon and eclipse. The main energies for all signs is being comfort, creating comfort and stability. So this is what you're trying to create, Leos, is comfort and stability. For you guys is a lot to do with more long-term stability and how you're going to get it. Okay, let me put it in that way. What my concern is when he pulls this card, it's about your body and soul. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Your body and soul, because it's in reverse. Okay, so that tells me somebody's not either taking care of themselves, and it's the number 5. It could also mean that somebody's going through a physical struggle. They've been hurt or they're sick or one of those, and it's mindful to know what is happening. They're not looking at it as a transformation. They're looking at it more as a negative. This is something that is really unstable. It might be something new. God forbid this isn't anybody, but it's just so that I can give you a hypothetical. Is like if somebody like maybe lost part of their leg, that is something new to them that they got to get used to. It's uncomfortable. They've got to take care of themselves now. And so they've got to figure a new way, but it's a transformation that is going to happen that would help them in the future. They can have a prosthetic and then get used to that. It's sort of like a novice starting at something new. All right. But this is about somebody that is either mindfully not taking care of their mental health, or they're not taking care of their physical health. One of those. The number 5 can go in many ways, but I always ask Divine about the number 5 because I want to know which way he's going. Is that it is more of a positive thing. This is a novice thing. This is an unstable number. That's why, Leos, we're trying to get stability. So it's something new. What I keep hearing is be patient, be okay with the process, be okay with where you're at right now. Okay. Your current energy with the oracles is, this was the same as for Cancers. The Lady of the Lake, it's about absolute truth, courage, self-respect, and responsibility. It's the number 8. So this is saying to me right now, Leos, take care of yourself. Stop worrying about everybody else. Take care of yourself. Do what you need to do for yourself. This is going to help in your longevity of being more stable in the future. Okay, because your future energy is the King. This is a masculine energy. I don't know how you say it in this world with all the different things, but this is about a masculine energy, more authoritative. This is also sexual energy. It's about pertaining to law and justice. It's also the number 3. What does that mean for you? Somebody's might be going through some law and justice things in the future, and everybody's like, oh my gosh, who's getting arrested? Who's not getting arrested? What's going on? That doesn't mean that could, but it could also mean that somebody might be going through some legal stuff, like my daughter and I were going through with her father's brother passed away, a lot of the probate, the inheritance, and all that kind of stuff. This is all about that kind of thing. Somebody could be going through buying a new home, doing all that kind of stuff, and not acknowledging it. It's the number 3. Okay, so Divine, if you can come through for me to let me know what these 3 in connection are for the Leos. Okay, thank you. He says it's not for the same person. He goes, these are 3 different people. And so if this resonates with you, I guess this is for you. This might be somebody that you know that this should be resonating with. So I don't know. All right. Let's see what else Divine has to say. So if you're new to my channel or my readings, go ahead and pay attention to the first card, the middle card, and the last card. So the reason why I say that is the first card is sort of something to do with your past and what Divine's trying to tell you right now. The middle card is where you are at this moment. And then the last card is your challenge. So challenge being it's something that you're struggling with, and that is something that you have to come over, and that this whole message out. All right. Okay. It's all right, Divine. Here we go. So, so I'm looking at the first card and the last card because I had a little confusion of why. So your last card, there is a little bit about the past and what's maybe just very, very recent, maybe has been that we have the moon and that something is struggling with being not seen, something that is maybe put you separated with something or someone that wasn't expected. I sort of expected. Maybe it wasn't truthful. And you found out the truth. Divine will always show you the truth. I will tell you right now, just hold on, be patient, let things flow. He will always show you the truth, because your last card and your challenge card is the 7 of Swords. Okay. And the 7 of Swords is about something that happened that wasn't honest. It was more, it was a betrayal of some type. You know, somebody hurt you, somebody broke their trust. Somebody, and so it sort of came out of the blue for somebody. And this is probably why your body and soul is in reverse, because maybe you're just, somebody's depressed or anxiety. It's like, just, you know, I just don't want to go on. Hang on, because you got somebody coming back into your life. I don't know who that is. because sometimes we have people that have been in our lives that we forget about. It's that, thank you. So it's that grass is greener on the other side. So somebody might have been there that you really thought was a good friend. But you know, you wanted a boyfriend, they wanted to be a friend. And you just sort of moved on and they're like, oh, dang, you know, but you guys were best friends. So, they may be coming back. We have the Five of Pentacles. Again, this is a part where you're either left alone doing something, or again, something came to where you were by yourself. The number Six of Wands. Sorry, I've got a tickle in my throat. The Six of Wands. This is a victory. This is something that you're going to overcome. This is something that is something that you're going to talk to about your honest truth. You might be making somebody responsible, or you might be becoming more responsible yourself. Okay. This is also something that maybe you've got to decide to do and you haven't done it yet. Maybe in the next 2 weeks you'll be doing so, because this is something that you're a little confused about. Should I tell him? Should I not tell him? Should I ask him? Should I not ask him? Should I let him go? Do I hold on to him? You're not seeing the future. So you're looking at everything right now. Start looking at the future. And this is probably where this energy comes in. This is an energy, a strong energy, something that will give you sort of that little extra push to do what you need to do for yourself. Again, that person I told you that you may know, or you have known for a long time, because you have the 6 and 7 together, and that opportunity is going to come. Somebody's got their wall up. I see a huge wall. There's no door. There's no window. It's just a wall. And that it's going to be hard for them to break it down because of your past. This is where you have to challenge yourself. This is your challenge card, where you have to put the past in the past and allow this person to be their authentic person with you, and accept them for that person, or that person alone, not what has happened in your past. This is your challenge. And that's why that's rebirth. Because your mindset and what you're doing to yourself is flipped. So we need to think positive. Okay, this is a new person. This is not the person. Even though they're a lot alike, their mind, their spirit, and their soul is different. So you cannot put that on that new person. It's not fair. But somebody's having a challenge with it. Okay? But this also could be this other person coming forward, that's somebody that you knew. Now, this might not be a person that you physically knew, but this is a person that might come and you're like, wow, it's like we've been friends forever. One of those kind of people. All right. I don't know who that is, Leo. But you do have some friendship that looks like that is coming forward, that has been there. There's victory here. There is definitely victory. But you're going to have to acknowledge what's going on. I'm surprised I didn't see the Hermit card. This opportunity. Oh, thank you. He says, okay, the focus is, where's your focus? He's asking, where is your focus? You've got so many things going on, so many noisy things going on, that you cannot stay focused. So you're focusing in possibly on the wrong thing. All right. So when you've got all these people telling you what to do, or you don't know what to do, you need to go to your spirit and ask, what am I supposed to do? Show me what I'm supposed to do. What do you want me to do? Okay. And then it definitely will show you what to do. Yeah. It's not going to be fast though. You know, in these next 2 weeks, somebody's going to get a seed planted, which means that it's just in a thought process and it's going to start moving. That's the slow part of it, the Knight of Pentacles. I mean, somebody's going to be in that interim, like, okay, hey, you know, I'm really sorry I hurt you. Would you forgive me? Do you want to talk to me? That kind of a thing. That's where that is, an open door. And that also might be the next level where you are talking. However, make sure that it's a slow process, that you're taking your time at whatever it is. Because that's when you start to listen and take care of your mindset. When you hurry into things, jump into bed with somebody, and it's like your second date, it's like, what was I doing? That was stupid. Yeah, because you didn't think it through. And now you're pregnant. You know, those kind of things. You've got to really take your time, think it through, make sure this is a good thing. Could be a job. Don't jump into a job that the money is better You don't know what that company is. Do some reviews, get the reviews, do the Reddit, do everything that you can for it, because the last thing is you don't want to get to that new job. The money's great, but the job sucks, where your last job was great, but the money sucked. Okay? All right, Leos? This is a good card. A lot of people don't think it is. It is. So this is, the divine is saying, if I bring something to a close, it will come to a close quickly. Don't worry, because I am working on whatever it is behind the scenes. Now, I don't know what that is, Leo, for you guys, but he is working on somebody and something for you. And you've just got to be patient and take care of yourself. And that means your mental self and your body while you go through this process. And I hear transformation. Can't speak and think at the same time. And again, this is for somebody who's going through some physical changes, and those are sort of big changes. I don't know who that's for, but you're definitely going through. As he goes, be patient, be loving, be kind to yourself. It's going to be okay. All right. So I don't know who that's for. So the number 10 is a beautiful card. Even though this looks ugly, it's not. It's actually putting something to bed and to rest and to go away, so that this newness, this new part of your journey, this new chapter is coming in. All right. Beautiful, 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 Leo. Don't be your own worst enemy and go to the past. When you find somebody new, put that old person at the past. You know, that's like putting as I go with my videos, with my Get Balanced 2020 videos, life transformation videos, and the Divine Warrior videos, spiritual transformation, is that it's like you go to a cemetery and you visit the grave and you put flowers on it and you go home. Some of you guys that live in the past, you go to the grave and you put up your tent and you put up your camp stove and you put up a porta potty and you live there. That's what you need to remove, so that you can just go and visit and say, you know what, I'm okay now. Yeah, I've got a better chapter in my life. I don't know who that's for. I got goosebumps for somebody. All right, you guys, Leos, thank you so much. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you enjoyed this. I am an intuitive that does healing tarot. It's a little different, but hopefully this helps somebody. If it didn't resonate with you, it was just not meant to be your message for today. All right. Then we are going to move on to Virgos. That is my sign. Woo, my Virgos. All right. Let me get all these situated again. And Virgos, if you are new to my channel, welcome, welcome. I am going to be doing a reading for the full moon and the eclipse. This is definitely an interesting full moon. And eclipse, full moons and eclipses happened already, but the eclipse is about bringing things like powerful, you know, kind of a thing, and definitely bringing it to the forefront. It is also, with these and the other planets' energies, bringing comfort, trying to get comfort and stability in your life. That's the main energy. However, for Virgos, we're going to find out what energies you have for the next 2 weeks. Okay. I'm just sort of go through that. These are Divine's cards, and this is his deck and his deck only. So whatever his message is to you, or if you believe in the universe and frequencies, this is the message from the next dimension to you. And then I'll go through the current energies, future energies, and a spread. All right. Welcome, welcome. Nope, Scorpio, I have not done Scorpio yet. We're on Virgo right now, and it'll be after Libras. All right, so I try to do these for about 10 minutes, but when Divine comes through, sometimes they're longer. And if he doesn't have anything, sometimes they're shorter. All right, so first card out is the Grand Symphony. I love this card. I really love it when he brings this card. Grand Symphony to him is about putting things together, and making sure that the instruments are all in tune, that they sound good, because each instrument has its own beautiful noise, and you are an instrument. So he is trying to bring whatever it is to fine tune whatever it is that you're working on. So as an empath and intuitive, I do a lot with healing tarot, only because There's so many people struggling with things out there, and Divine said, this is the type of tarot I want you to do. So what I do. All right. All right. So the Grand Symphony, you're the instrument. You're only a part of that. Okay. So you are one of many, many instruments. So you can work alone for a while. However, you don't want to isolate. All right. Definitely want to, yeah, thank you. So he's saying you're limiting yourself. A lot of the times Virgos are very analytical, and some of them are actually very perfectionist kind of things. So you want to make sure that you're never going to be perfect. We're never going to be perfect. Okay. And so whatever you can do and fine tune yourself to the best that you can for yourself, that is what Divine just wants, because that is where you'll find peace and joy. And where that is in your spirit, not world. So we fight two dimensions right now. We fight the world and what we can see, hear, touch, and then we fight the spiritual world, which is another dimension where we will never be able to understand all of it until we pass, and we may not even understand it then. But this is the number 9. So this is a time to work on yourself, to see what is going on, to feed yourself in a positive manner. I definitely want to extract things that are positive. We have the hummingbird in there. He's trying to extract, what do you call that? Sweetness from whatever flower it is. Again, it's a budding time. With the full moon going into the, we're in the waxing moon. We want to pull everything and manifest things. Whereas when we in the waning moon, we want to release things. Okay. So this is the time to work on you. But let's see what else he's got to say. The horse. The horse is accepting help from another and delegating authority. It's the number 8. So we have the number 8 and the number 9, which is about moving forward and getting things like ducks in a row, trying to get rewards for the hard work that we've done, processes that we're going through, things, challenges that we're trying to maneuver through, struggles we're trying to move through, and making those happen. We have your future for like I said, we're doing this for the 2 weeks. We have the number 14, which turns to the number 5. Again, an unstable number, which is sort of the opposite of what the full moon and the eclipse and the planets are doing. Saturn's playing around with Mercury and Venus up there, creating a havoc. We've got some T-squares going on. But this is the number 5, ride the wave. And it's in reverse. So what does that mean? Somebody is just rigid, doesn't want to change, could be very prideful, could be very, controlling. I heard the word control. They need to control everything. You're doing the opposite of what you really should be doing, is just going with the flow, because you know what? Things are changing all the time. You can't stop that. I would love to see you try to stop time. But again, that is definitely something that Virgos, you cannot control. We love to control, right, Virgos? We love to control. And be on top of everything, analyze everything, think about things. And sometimes our mind is fantasy fighting reality. All right. So again, this control, which tells me, let go. You can fine tune yourself only so much. You cannot be perfect. So working on yourself. Now, this might be somebody that was like, yeah, that sounds like somebody really needs to do that. And it might be. So you might be able to help them through that process. All right. All right. Let's see where we are going. Oh, wow. 158. I might have to stop and do the others here in a little. I've got a client coming that I didn't think I'd be. Like I said, I plan 10 minutes for each one. But Divine comes in. I can't deny him. 4, 7. Okay. So definitely Virgos, you've got beautiful things happening for you. However, I don't think you're seeing them. I don't think you're seeing what's going on. I don't think you understand all the things that you do have. This is more toward your past energy, and this is why you're somebody's mental process is a little bit off. So you see things a little twisted because of something that maybe happened to you in the past or whatever, because it's still causing you not to be balanced. You're still not stable in your thinking that this, and I'm talking about trauma, PTSD, something's going on that you haven't worked through that yet. So you're thinking more negative than positive. So this is where we need to fine tune that. We need to have this person turn around and on the 5 of Cups, turn around and look at the 2 cups that are up rather than all these that are empty. So this is somebody that is actually sort of looking at the negative side or the woe is me side or I don't get it kind of side or that kind of a thing. The Hermit is number 5, unstable number. Again, the moon and Saturn and everything is trying to get that stability. We have the Ace of Swords. So that is definitely about, excuse me, Page of Swords. Excuse me. Is trying to stand up for what you're believing in, but you're still looking at the past. You know, it's like, okay, well, I get it. But, you know, when I was working through my sexual abuse, I thought I had everything right, but it wasn't even until, gosh, 2 years ago where I was like, wow, I didn't realize how twisted my brain was and how I made the decisions and choices I did because I was in denial that I still hadn't healed 100%. Did that come out right? So I thought that I was pretty much healed, but I wasn't. I was still looking at things and I was like, oh yeah, I guess that really did mess my head up in how I was making the decisions and choices in my life. So this is that sort of the energy where you may not even know it. However, coaching and counseling and things of that help you to understand it, or even better, a spiritual walk, because divine will show you through steps in your life. He will show you this whole beautiful movie and how you have grown and stepped forward and grown into a positive person. I don't know where or who that's for, but this is definitely Virgo energy because we have the Hermit, which is Virgo, facing that challenge or that work that you need to do. It's the number 9. It's another number 9. We got 2 9s definitely in about pain and hurt and can't sleep and stressed out and things of that nature. Even when my mom passed away, it was extremely sad for me, but I was at peace because I had made peace with her. But not only that, it's part of the circle of life, and knowing that because I'm at a different spiritual level than many people out there, I have heard her and we've talked, so I know there's more to life than here, and I've witnessed it. So definitely a time to really fine tune what it is you need in your life and what you're struggling and challenging that is challenging in your life. This is a choice. Some people are too afraid to do the homework. Some people are like, I don't know how to start. I don't know what to do. I don't know where to go. Email me and I can give you resources and ideas and things of that nature. But you can also just find the best friend that you have and share your deepest vulnerabilities with them. And that begins the healing process because you're releasing this toxic energy. All right. Your challenge card, Virgos, is the Star. Okay. This is your challenge card because it's about balance. It's about growing peace. It's about growing between the spirit and the flesh of what we want to do. This is definitely that controlled. Stop trying to control everything. Stop trying to, and this might not be you. This might be somebody you know, but this is the thing, is that balance isn't going to happen until you release control. Again, fine tune yourself. And again, you can't ride the wave. You can't go with the flow until you release it. Okay. So that is where that is at. So that's your challenge. Go with the flow. And somebody's just can't go with the flow. So, all right. So let's see, Virgos, if divine, what else you have to share with Virgos, please. Rest. I heard the word rest. Somebody is definitely needing rest and is not getting it. Somebody is doing too much. Again, there's that control. We Queen of Wands. Somebody's definitely being bothered by other people. Too much noise, negative noise especially. Somebody is definitely being bothered with that. So you've got some beautiful things coming, some new things coming, Virgos. You really have to do your fine tuning on yourself. Try to go with the flow with whatever is coming, because whatever it is beautiful. It is something you wanted, you desired. It is also the Magician. You got to be careful. Whoever this is, there's somebody in their life that's trying to throw you off course, sabotage you, not make things happen for you. Again, this is somebody that hang on a sec. I'm trying to hear. It's somebody that is creating an illusion that they really care, they really matter. Be really mindful what they're saying and what they're doing, because they're going to throw that instrument off key. Okay, so whatever that is, just pay attention to it. That's some negative energy coming through. I don't know who that is for, but somebody is trying to be manipulated in the wrong way. So, and then we have the Page of Cups. The Page of Cups is about something creative, something new, something fresh, something tantalizing. I feel like, I'm a little kid again. Feel like I'm in high school. It's like when you have a high school crush, kind of a thing. So this is a new energy that is coming through that is curious. Or maybe you're curious about somebody or something. This is your opportunity to try and move forward and get balance back in your life, and also some stability. This is about the number 4. This is about the number 4 of growing this. There's no number 4s here, so something is not stable in your life. Something's not working, and that needs to fine tune. Need to get rid of somebody, get rid of somebody. If they're supposed to be there, they'll come back, and if not, divine will keep them away. All right, I don't know who that's for, but definitely your current energies. If you need to have some help of something, physically, emotionally, whatever, ask for the help. Don't be afraid to ask. The number 8, it's going to push you forward. It's going to lift you up. It's going to move you forward to your calling and what you're supposed to be doing. And a new chapter. It's going to bring a new chapter in your life. Okay, because something's ending and something's beginning. All right. So, Virgos, that is your reading for today. Full moon and everything. And the eclipse, please don't forget to like, and if you enjoyed this, so subscribe. I hope you enjoyed it. And then divinewarriorintuitive.com, or my channel, or Get Balance 2020 if you need to know or want to learn how to transform to a healthier, happier life. And you'll never fight again with somebody. Trust me. Effective communication is a good video for you guys. All right. That's one of them I did. The other one I really like is the Energy Vampire. They're sucking you dry. That might be for somebody there too, Virgo, with that Grand Symphony, is if somebody is really sucking you dry. They're so toxic that you're tired all the time and knowing all that kind of stuff. All right. And we got 2:08. I think I have time for one more before my client comes. But if you're watching this and you haven't had your video yet, don't worry. If my client comes, I'm going to stop it, but then I will come back and finish, because that's my goal today, is to do all of the reading. All right. So we are going to do Libra. Libra. All right. Libras. All right, Libras, if you have not watched my video before, and this is your first time, I am an empath intuitive that does readings, but I can do intuitive readings without these cards. However, this deck here is the Divine's Oracle. I will be using the Divine card and his message mainly. But I will use the other oracles to give you your current and future energies for the next 2 weeks. Oops, that didn't even do anything. And then we'll go into a spread real quick. All right, Libras. What's going on with Libras? Full moon and the eclipse, you guys, is about stability and growing comfort. What is becoming stable in your life? What is not becoming stable in your life, what is how to get stability in your life, that kind of a thing. All right, get in there. If you want that card, please bring it out again. And so Divine's card is, it is what it is. Okay, so when he brings this card out, it is what it is for right now, because things are always changing. Things are never staying the same. And this is your reality versus somebody else's reality, a perspective as well. And it is what it is. It's called acceptance. Okay, so this card is definitely about accepting somebody where they're at this moment, at this time. And understanding that your perspective may not be their perspective and their perspective may not be your perspective. All right. This is interesting because I had spoke to a client not too long ago about this. So the divine is definitely saying what it is, what it is. Accept it. Okay. And you can agree with it or not agree. And you can disagree or agree to disagree. All right. So this is something that's in the forefront for somebody. They're struggling with it. They don't understand. This is also causing conflict and fighting. That's that Mars energy. That's the Saturn energy. That is definitely being fought with Venus. So there's this conflict in a relationship that it just seems like it keeps repeating itself over and over and over again. So the reason why it's repeating over and over and over again is because somebody's not learning the lesson, and it will continue to do that until you accept where somebody is. And that's like my spirituality. I can't talk to a lot of people about it because I have to accept that they may not understand if I start talking about different dimensions and divine and how he works and how I think he works, but maybe I have no clue because he just comes through. My mom comes through and I don't know how it all works. But the thing is, they may not understand that. They may not even, and they're like, you're nuts, or but they just don't get it. Okay. They're not there yet. They're not at that level yet. So try not, it's like trying to explain to a 2-year-old, honey, we don't do that because it'll start a fire. Their cognitive brain cannot understand that. They just know they want to play with the match and they don't understand what it can do until they get burned. Once they get burned, then it stops. That makes sense. I don't know who that's for. All right, Libras, the B is your current energy. I don't believe in luck, but it is about industrious and sweet victory. So if you work hard, there is a sweet victory for that. There is something that comes out of it. There is a fruit. There is some nice honey, that kind of a thing. It's the number 7. It's about moving toward your progress and rewards and things of that nature. It's about moving to that next level. Your future card is the wishing well, 8. Number 3 is popping up all over the place today. The wishing well. This is your opportunity. Is your choice. It's sort of like the Wheel of Fortune card. It is about your opportunity. You can either go with it or not. You can say you can have it, or you can say, no, I'll never get it. It is your mindset. Thank you. So it's your mindset. It is about looking to the future. Okay, this isn't for the next 2 weeks. It's your mindset, how much you want something. So you can wish and wish and wish. Thank you. So they're saying it could be a pipe dream or it can be a dream. Pipe dream is you really, really want something, but you take no action towards it. And if you have a dream, you have goals and things in place to get you to that dream. If I want to take a vacation and I say, I just want to take a vacation to Hawaii, and I do nothing, and I just keep saying, yeah, I want to take a vacation and do nothing, that's a pipe dream. If I say, okay, I want to take a vacation to Hawaii, and then I'm like, okay, it's going to cost me $3,000. Okay, how much am I going to have to save each month? Then that becomes a dream because it's actually moving to a reality. Does that make sense? Okay. So for somebody, you can understand divine is saying it is what it is. They're full of talk. And they will say, yeah, I want to go to Hawaii. I want to go to Hawaii. But then you have to accept them for that because that's just who they are. Because they don't know or they don't understand or somebody hasn't shown them. So I think this is probably Libra's time to show them because maybe they don't know. All right. They don't know what they can manifest. You can manifest. You have the power, trust me, baby, to manifest so much. All right. So for those of you that are brand new to my channel, I do a 7-card spread. The first card is your current to past energy a little bit, which is your most recent. And then you have the center card, which is what we key in on, along with Divine's card and what's going on with your other oracles. And the last card is your challenge card, because this is maybe a struggle that you're having or you're going through and that kind of a thing at the time. So the first card out is the Magician. Trying to manifest, well, like what I said, trying to manifest something, to try to look at the positive. There is a lot coming towards it. It is the absolute truth. The sword is about the absolute truth, or the fantasy kind of a thing. It's double-edged, so you can look at it in either way. Again, this is sort of like the Wheel of Fortune card. This is an opportunity for you to decide on how you're going to handle it, how you're going to act on it. So if somebody says something, stop yourself. How do I want to act on it? Do I understand? Is this my perspective? Do their perspective? Okay. What is it and how you're going to do that? Because how you respond, or how you move forward, or how you act, it will bring a sweet victory, that honey, or it's going to sting you like no tomorrow. And somebody's going to say, honeybees don't sting. I know. Just a hypothetical. Okay. And then you can have the choice of having what you desire, what you want, or it can become a pipe dream or fantasy. All right. Somebody's afraid of doing anything alone. Libras, you're not going to be doing things alone, because there is a lot of number 2s in the universe right now. So, and a lot of 1s, something new. You've got 2 1s back to back. So something new, something fresh. It's going to scare you a little bit because it's not stable for something for brand new. It's not stable, but it is going to bring you a lot of reward. This is a beautiful thing to bring you some rewards, but you're not going to be doing it alone. Okay. But you're going to hold yourself back. Here's your center card, the Devil. You're bound to your thoughts of not being able to do that. You're not, or accepting somebody for who they are, what they are, and where they're at. This is something that you have to work on, because if you release that, just say, you know what, I'm just going to agree to disagree. You don't have to be right all the time, Libras. You just have to agree to disagree and say, you know what, I've got to let it go, because it's not that important. Anything of the earth is not important, because you're not taking it with you. Okay. So if you're fighting about money, you're fighting about houses and all that, let them have it. I know that sounds stupid, but you know what? You can't take it with you. And if you don't fight about it, and it is what it is, you will be replenished and restored. You will be restored. And also, if you have faith and believe, you will be restored to more than what you had before. But whatever this is that's holding you back, this is what's going to hold you to where you're going to stay stuck, because you're not allowing acceptance to happen, to be what it is. Okay. If you really, I mean, there was a time where I really liked a guy and I thought, oh, you know, he's just being stubborn today, or he's being stubborn. He just doesn't want a relationship, or he keeps saying he doesn't want a relationship, and blah, 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 blah. He's lying to himself, because as an empath, I know he's lying to himself, but I got to accept that that's where he's at. Move on. And I moved on. Okay. There is something that you're trying to stand up to yourself. Okay. So there is something going on where you're like, yeah, but Patty, you know, I worked hard. Whatever matters on this earth, if it has to do with a job, like awards and things like that, you know, if it's a boss or if it's something of that nature, it doesn't matter. You can't take it with you. And this is not where your rewards should be, or your awards should be. It should be of the next dimension. So somebody is trying to stand up for themselves. There's nothing wrong with that. It is a good thing to stand up for yourself, as long as you're standing up for yourself for the right things: integrity, honesty, compassion, kindness, truth, and things of that nature. All right. This person, this Libra, is not, how can I say, not a touchy-feely, not a very emotional. It's sort of like a military kind of thing, where you have to be stout. You have to be like a poker face. You have to be not showing your feelings, put it that way. I know that everybody is human and everybody does have feelings. But as far as this person is just sort of cold. I don't know how to put that. Definitely you have, I'm going to get some clarity on this one. You have the Fool, which is about a new energy, something new coming in. Again, we have now that's three in the very beginning, because you have 2 1s from the very beginning. And you have 2 5s. This is amazing. two ones side by side. Then you have two fives. Yeah, definitely. Um, in the reverse. I mean, two. Sorry, there was something that he was showing me on the card that I. Oh, okay, because I was talking to my daughter about something for me off. But there's two fives between the devils, so it's very unstable. It's not comfortable. It's not a good feeling. It's not a touchy feely kind of feeling, that kind of a thing. However, this creative energy is trying to share with you, because it's facing you standing up for yourself, that it's an okay thing to do, to stand up for yourself. Definitely. All right. And so then we've got your challenge card, is the nurturer. This is also a number 3, the Empress. Definitely the challenge card, to be a little bit more nurturing, to be a little bit more loving, to be a little bit more kind. That is hard for somebody. It is something that you have to learn if you've not been taught that as a child. Some parents with trauma and PTSD, you just cut yourself off and you don't want to be with anybody. You don't want to talk to anybody. You just want to cut yourself off. But this is your challenge card. This is a time to say, okay, you know what? Maybe I can smile a little bit more. Maybe I can say hello. Maybe I can ask somebody, how are you doing today? And mean it. Have you ever gone into a grocery store and it's just an automatic thing saying, how are you today? And you say, I'm having a rough day. I just want to go home. The look that you give them, it's like, okay, it's like, well, I didn't really mean all that. Then don't ask it. It's just, what I'm trying to say is it's not sincere. Okay. This is to be loving and kind, caring and emotional. And it's okay to have your feelings. It's okay to cry. It's okay to do that. All right. If I can get the, clarification on the Fool card, please. If I can get clarification on the Fool card. Somebody's afraid of being judged. Somebody's afraid of being, okay, if I just let things go and accept them where they are they going to judge me? Are they going to look at me differently? Are they going to walk away? You've got the Man and Magician card twice. But in this one here, you've got the Desire again. You can make things happen or not. With the Magician card, you can make things happen or not. But then you have the Judgment. If I do this, it's sort of like me doing tarot. Oh, people are going to judge me for what I do. They don't know my journey. They don't know why I do what I do. And they'll say, oh yeah, but Christians, they don't do this, they don't do that, they don't even understand where tarot came from. And God always said to accept people and love people where they are. So that's what I do. I accept people where they are, what they're doing in their life, where they're walking in their life, what they're at that present time. Okay. But you got to remember, how you act in this future, Libras, is whatever you say, whatever you do is going to give you either a sting or it's going to give you pleasure. Try to do everything that you can in a loving manner. Be polite, be kind, be loving, and watch what manifests after that. You could open doors that you didn't even know. But you got to remember, thank you. So we got to remember, people are watching you. Okay, people are paying attention, whether you believe it or not, whether you like it or not. They are paying attention. And what is it and how is it that you want to leave this earth as? Do you want to loving, kind, and whatever, or do you want to be a mean whatever? You know, but wherever somebody's at, you have to accept them, because they may not know. It's like when I was making all the poor decisions in my life, I didn't know that the sexual abuse had messed me up that bad, that I was making bad decisions. I thought I was making good decisions. And then I look back at how now it has affected my daughter and all those things before. I was like, wow, okay. So this is something, manifest beautiful things and enjoy the honey and not the sting. All right, Libras, that's your reading for the full moon and eclipse. So on that note, don't forget to like, please. And if you've enjoyed this, subscribe. I appreciate that very, very much. And welcome, welcome. Oh, wow, you're a long ways away. This is just a general reading. So if you would like a personal reading, you can set up an appointment for that. All right. All right. So we are going on to Scorpio. And my client isn't here yet. So, and Scorpios, just a heads up, if she does come, then I need to stop and then I will start you up again. So hopefully, I'll probably start all over again. But let's do Scorpios. So if you are new Scorpios, I am pulling Divine's card. This is Divine's deck and his oracle. I will pull 2 more oracles for the current and the future. It will be the future for the next 2 weeks. And then I will go into a spread and see what's going on with the full moon and eclipse for you guys. I will say the overall energies, Scorpios, is comfort and stability. That is basically where we're at. All right. So Divine's card number 5, again, stability. It's actually the number 5 is more of an unstable number. It could be like a novice number, a new number of that nature. Riding high. I heard riding high. But then I just heard riding high, but then I looked at the card itself and it says a higher view. That's too funny. Too funny. I'll show it to you here in a second. I'm trying to learn some things about camera work and stuff because I'm a boomer. What can I say? But I do have a leather channel. It's growing like crazy. I never expected it to grow. And you can always look on there if you want to learn how about leather work. Definitely. But I'm trying to get a camera so you guys can actually see the cards. I just got to learn how to do it. So a higher view. This is the Divine, number 5. She's riding on an owl. Okay. And definitely looking at that. So that means what a higher view is looking from a spiritual level rather than a worldly level. Okay. Definitely want to look at that. Where are you getting your answers? You getting them from the world or are you getting them from spirit? Your intuition. Okay. Are you listening to that higher self? That kind of a thing. All right. Let's see your current energy and your future energy. That's funny. So your current energy for this week. So this is for the next 2 weeks though, but the current energy is trust. Okay. And it's interesting because the number 5 and then the number 11, which turns to 2, is that you don't trust somebody. And the partnership is sort of like the conflict is sort of happening. So somebody's struggle is with they're conflicting with somebody, they're arguing with somebody. And in the future energy for these next 2 weeks, you think it's going to be a burden, but it's the number 7. It's depending on how you make your decisions. Okay, need to go to your higher self to make the decisions. Just stop listening to a lot of people. Seems to be an overall with all the signs is too much noise out there that you keep listening to the wrong people. You know, if you're having relationship problems, you don't go talk to somebody who's divorced or single. You go to somebody who's been married for 50, 40 years. How do I handle this? How do I do this? Get some advice like that. All right. All right. So let's see what Divine has to say. Numerology is really important as well. It shows the pattern and the planets. I mean, I love to look at the planets. You know, we repeat history. About every 40, 50 years, we repeat history. If you were to look at the way that the planets align and see how these last 100 years went, we repeat history. So don't think that you can't repeat history in your life if you don't change things in your life. All right. All right, Scorpios, let's see what's going on here. This is going to be a sort of a hard full moon eclipse for you guys. Oh, God. I don't know if I want to get into this reading. It's going to be hard just because there's a lot of emotions tied up into this next couple of weeks. A lot of and tied up into the emotions. And it's sometimes we create our own nightmare. Okay, sometimes we create our own drama kind of a thing. But looking at the first card out is the Star. Now, the first card, center card, and the last card. First card is sort of for the current to just, what's been sort of going on recently. And then we've got what's going on right now, where to pay attention to. And then we have your challenge card. So first card is the Star. Okay. So again, we're going back to this trust, this thing that's not happening, something you wanted, something, oh wow, deja vu. Something that you wanted, something that you were expecting and hoping for. Maybe you were supposed to get married and it broke off. Maybe somebody backed out of a relationship. Maybe it was a job. I don't see work here though. That something happened where the celebration fell apart. Something happened where the relationship fell apart. Could be friends, could be a lover, could be a husband, could be a wife, whatever. It sort of fell apart. And don't yell at the messenger, but this was based on somebody's decision to pay attention to other people. Now, whether what was going on outside, whether something was happening, this person wasn't focused on the relationship or the friendship or whatever, and they got away. Now, whether they knew it or they didn't, I don't know. I don't see deceit. I don't see anything like that at the moment. However, this is an opportunity to either stay focused or look at the grass that's greener on the other side of the fence, kind of a thing. Welcome, welcome. Definitely, this is a future thing that is going to affect the progress, and might be your burden. It's sort of like, I don't say cheating, but, looking at somebody, because we have the energy of high vibration, low vibration, and that low vibration is a temptation that is trying to pull you away from something good. Okay, so there's that opportunity to do that. It's how loyal you are and how focused you are on what you really want to keep going and moving forward. However, this is your center card, guys, and this is what is really a problem, is that you are so bound to a certain mind process that you're not paying attention to the divine and what he's trying to show you. So a lot of the times, even myself, I'll literally have to talk to him like every hour of the day. Show me, show me, show me, because I'm not seeing it. Show me, give me a hint, give me a plot thought, give me something. He will give it to me. But the thing is, I have to be open to my higher power to see it. So if I'm looking at my world power, it's like, oh man, they look like they're doing this or they're doing that. And then I find out later that was my perspective, but there's something going on behind the scenes in a good way. But because of my pain, my hurt, and everything that I have gone through, then it looks like bad to me, but it actually is good. For example, just something hypothetical. Somebody buys you a birthday present. They're not telling you about it and they're hiding it, but you're like, something's going on. This is not right. There's something going on. What are they doing? And your mind goes to the negative. But in all reality, when they give you the gift, it's like, we didn't want to tell you, or a surprise party. We didn't want to tell you because we wanted to make it happy. But sometimes our mindset goes to the world. The world is your negative. It is your low vibration, and your high vibration, if you want to get there, is just to keep thinking positive, keep thinking, move forward, and listen to that intuition and that spirit. When you do that enough, you will be shocked at how much it's moving you forward. Why am I saying that? Because your next card to that is the Hierophant, the number 5. A new energy. It's really hard to trust. It's very hard to open yourself up again, become vulnerable. But when you do, you open to new desires, things that you want, things that you have always wanted, and you allow that to happen. But you've got to build that trust again. I don't know who that's for. And that is your challenge card. I can't make this up. Your future card is burden, and it's hard because you're living in the pain and the hurt of what happened, rather than saying, okay, this is a new person, or that was a situation that happened, and that is the past. And the past is the past. I'm going to lift myself up and think of it in a positive manner and know that this person or whatever happened is now in the future. And I'm going to give them a chance, a benefit of the doubt, because that's what divine would do. That's what the universe would do. Because we make mistakes every single day. You make a mistake, I make a mistake every single day. And we expect us to accept somebody else's mistake or understand, okay, they made a mistake, I'm going to accept it. But we hope that they'll accept that we've got our faults and our mistakes as well. Okay. So you got to stop, because this is creating a burden. How to stop that burden? Listen to your higher self, which is your whatever you believe in, because a lot of cultures believe in different things. You believe in the divine, you believe in God, you believe in Jesus, you believe in Allah, you believe in Muhammad, you believe in universe, you believe in frequencies, you believe whatever that is, go to that, because that will guide you. And it will stop you sometimes. All right. All right, Libras. I don't know what that's for, but you definitely got the Hierophant in here, and so you better pay attention. All right, so let's get a little bit of clarity on this, please. Overall clarity on this trust, please, Divine. All right, and the other thing is, too, if you've not ever seen my channel before, Divine Warrior Intuitive, and you like this, please don't forget to like and subscribe. This is a good time to do that. I appreciate that tremendously. I am not on here for the money. I'm on here to help everyone. Thank you. So he's saying you're holding yourself back from your future. There is something good, but you just got to stop listening to these other people. Okay? You have to be able to trust. Who are you going to trust? You trust the higher power. This is justice. This is listening to the earth world power. We have to live here, so we have to be somewhat mindful of where we live. But we also need to live more in spirit. That's your higher power. I can't make this up, guys. I don't pull these cards. I'm not a magician. I don't know how to pull cards like magicians do. I have no clue. But this is what his message is to you, because it's going to change your life. I'm going to tell you from experience, it will change your life. If you start listening to this higher power, it will change your life immensely. I live in peace and joy every day now. There are times where I do get sad, but it's for an instant. I used to be a depressed person. I used to be anxiety. I used to not be a very good person. But the thing is, when I just decided to say, hey, you do it, my burdens are gone, my peace is there. It's amazing. Oh, if you'd like a reading, go ahead and go on my website. There's some information down below, and I do readings. I take donations. I don't charge for my readings. If you go to the website, you'll see what you can do. All right, I appreciate that. Let's see if there's anything else. All right, Libras. Somebody's saying ask for help. I don't know who that's for. If you don't know how to begin to trust somebody, ask for help. Get a coach, I do transformation coaching, but get a coach, get a counselor. If you don't know how to trust, it's a long process. Okay, it is a long process. But you can do it again. You can trust again. And it actually opens up some doors. Got the Judgment card again. We got the Judgment, Justice, Page of Cups, Page of Coins. This is new opportunity to plant a seed, to get started and plant a seed. Okay, so this is a time. This is not a time for like, okay, we're gonna do it. Just sort of like what do you call it? When you make your resolutions, you're I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna lose weight, and then you do it for 2 months, and then you're pooped out, and then you quit the gym, kind of a thing. Trust me, I used to work the gyms and manage gyms, so I knew. But the thing is, this is over the long haul. This is for the rest of your life. This is something that you need to do for the rest of your life. This is an opportunity to plant the seed and just take baby steps as you go. Okay. And don't be your judge, jury, and conviction. Just give yourself some leeway, some time, some patience, because divine's going for you. And I will guarantee it, you will be able to trust again. Trust me. If I was your coach, you'd be able to trust again. All right. So, I think I'm on Scorpios. I haven't done this in so long that I hope that you enjoyed this. Please, again, like, subscribe, share, and I hope this resonated with you. If it didn't, then this just wasn't your message for today. All right. but I hope you enjoyed this. And please like and subscribe. And then I'm going to move on to Sagittarius. All right. My client isn't here, so I'm going to say that if my client comes, I got to go. But I will be back to finish. Um, but I had written down something on my schedule, but I think she came the other day. I'm swamped. I don't think you can see behind me, but I've got 5 saddles. I've got some bridles. I've got blankets. I should be doing that instead of this, but I don't get a day off to do this very often. And it was full moon and it was calling me to do this. So I'm doing it. All right. But I love you guys. I really love your comments. I love that you're here, and hopefully you're enjoying. All right. All right. Yes. Oh, thank you. Yes. Thank you, Michael. Oh, thank you. I appreciate everybody that comes in and watches. My channel's not big. You know, there's so many people out there that read tarot. Tarot can be read by anybody, but it's the intuitive person. It's the person behind the cards and actually their relationship with a higher in the next dimension. A lot of people say, well, why don't you do love relationships or love readings? There's a lot of people that do just love. I don't believe in that. Divine doesn't believe in that because love is everywhere. However, it doesn't mean you're going to have a relationship happen in the next week or anything like that. He might have you working on something that you don't want to be in a relationship right at the moment, that you need to work on, and they need to work on before you two meet. So I just think some of that, no offense, is not real. All right. So anyway, let's get started. Sagittarius. So if you're new to the channel, this is for Sagittarius for the full moon, the eclipse, and for 2 weeks after. I'm pulling Divine's card first, then I am going to be going to the current energies and to the future energy for the next 2 weeks and see where we go. I'll be pulling your spread and going from there. The overall energy for this full moon, I can't shuffle for the moment because I've been doing this for what, an hour now, something like that. The current energy is all about comfort and stability. Okay, comfort and stability is sort of the main thing. So whatever it is you're trying to get balance in, comfort and stability. I can't even shuffle it. That is what we're focusing in on right now. Saturn is really strict, is playing around with Mercury and Venus up there. The Mars retrograde and all that kind of stuff is going on. So there's a lot of conflict going on. And of course, that is typical with the world and everything. Oh yeah, today's voting day. Forgot about that. November 8th, voting day. But there's a lot of conflict going on out there. So the stability is off a little bit, you know, so we're trying to gain that stability, trying to grow that stability. All right. So just sort of keep that in the back of your mind. And on for yours, the Sagittarius is, you know, I think you limit yourself to a point. So try not to limit yourself. Give yourself a little bit of grace to do things and love on things and move forward with things. Don't limit yourself so much, Sagittarius. All right. So let's see what Divine has to say for you guys. So it's sacred reverence. Again, another spiritual kind of a thing. It is the number 11. It's about bringing things together, bringing a person together, bringing a job together, bringing something future together to make it work in harmony. It could be of all that kind of very beautiful card. So Divine is trying to say, you know, it's almost like when you make a commitment to something. Thank you. So he's talking about a commitment. So when you're making a commitment, it could be a commitment to a person, a friend, a family. It could be making a commitment to go do something and say that you're going to do it and then follow through with it, because good intentions are empty intentions when you don't follow through. It could also be a relationship. When you make a commitment, is to stick through it. And be serious about that, because it's very sacred. It is something very important, and it doesn't have to mean marriage. It means like, okay, if you make a commitment to somebody, that's about your integrity, about your loyalty to them, your compassion to them, your love to them, and telling them how much you value them. Okay. So that's what he's sharing with me there. Current energy is the Stag. It's about pride, leadership, and the number 8. Okay. So when we're looking at the full moon and the eclipse, it is a lot about stability. Sometimes stability is about control and how much you're controlling the situation. Pride is about control. When you release pride, you can then be a better leader. You have to have boundaries, and thank you. So boundaries and standards that you need to follow by. And can you slow down a little bit? I appreciate it. Because in order to be a quality leader in whatever it is that you're doing, you have to know yourself better. Again, this is that sacred union, that reverence of even with yourself, how to be a better leader, is to release that and say, you know, sometimes as a leader, which in my job I am, that I mess up sometimes, and that's okay. But that pride, when you're like, you know, you messed up, but you cannot admit that you messed up, that's when this gets into trouble. So these are your current energies. So where are you on that pride scale? Where are you on saying, I can accept that I'm wrong and I can say that I'm wrong, or I can do that kind of a thing? Okay, so this is talking about a commitment to yourself as well. Okay, so I keep hearing self commitment. So also as well. So the unexpected visitors is your future card. This is also a number 5. One more about stability. It's an uncomfortable feeling. It's sort of like, for me, I don't like people to pop in on my house. I like them to call and say, hey, do you have time? Do you because I am a busy person, but I'm also a very private person. And sometimes I don't want to clean my house, and I've worked 2 jobs and I'm doing all this, I'm doing videos, and I just didn't want to clean. But then somebody pops over, then that's not a clear representation of who I am it is at the moment, because I'm tired. But unexpected visitors, it's unstable, so because it can make you uncomfortable, but it also could be you're new at something. When I'm teaching leather, or I'm teaching somebody something, then they're not comfortable with it at first. They're like, okay, I don't know what I'm doing. So sometimes that can create embarrassment. Sometimes that it can just make somebody uncomfortable. Realizing your commitment to yourself is to make yourself comfortable. Here we go with the full moon and the eclipse again, the energies, and Mars and stuff, and Venus. But the thing is that you want to make yourself as comfortable as you can, as well as you want to be accepting of yourself, of where you are at. Okay, so this was one I think we just did with Scorpios. All right. So let's see what other things that we have to go by. This is a divine intervention time for you. This is something that you really want to pay attention to, because he's saying, I'm trying to help you. Because we have the Hierophant, or not the Hierophant, excuse me, the High Priestess right out of the chute. It is also, again, the number 2. The number 2 being that it is trying to bring this commitment and community and this thing together. It could also mean number 2 could be about blowing it apart, but in this case, it is not. Okay. Where we have to do that is self-reflection. With the Hermit card, we have to analyze, okay, how can I be a better person? How can I be a better lover? How can I be a better partner? How can I be a better friend? How can I be a better sister or brother? Okay. And this is that Virgo energy to self-analyze what is going on there. All right. So the number 10 comes next, and it says it's this current energy. Okay, so the current energy is about ending something. It's going to end really quick. It's for somebody, it might be ending a friendship. It might be saying, hey, again, we're back to the standards and the boundaries again. We need to be setting those as a leader. I can't make this step up. I don't even know where it comes. I don't remember these readings when I'm done, just because there's so many downloads, and I'm drained for days after them. So, let me get back on track. There is something that is going to end quickly. You're going to end it. They're going to end it, because it's for the better. Okay. Because it's going to bring newness. This is the number 10, but it's also the number 1. So it's going to bring newness. It's going to bring a fresh start, new chapter, and everything of that nature. Or it's going to be something due to somebody's pride. Okay. It is definitely going to be the forefront of communication. This is a good opportunity to communicate about it because it is the number 1, again, next to the number 10. This is about communicating and bringing things forward. This is about setting your standards, setting your boundaries, making things known, that what you accept and what you won't accept. And having that courage to do that, because many people don't have that courage to do that. A lot of the times they just go along with it because they don't want the rejection. They don't like the rejection. But again, this is about commitment and bringing things together at a different level. Okay. We have the 7 of Pentacles again. Excuse me. 7 of Pentacles. This is about doing the work. This is about definitely coming. Thank you. So it might come and you might do it and you might be pleasantly surprised at the unexpected way that they act, or the way that they say, just say, I thought you would be mad. No, I'm not. I'm glad you shared that with me, in that nature. So, but it is about the work. And then you're going to look back at it and you're going to say, okay, this was not as hard as it was supposed to be. Okay. And this is something that is for your better growth. Again, this is about that commitment, about bringing things together, about also listening to your intuition and paying attention to what your spirit's telling you, not what people are telling you. Please don't. Again, I can't make this up. I can't make this up. I love it though. I mean, I just love it. He amazes me. He amazes me. So your current energy is about pride and leadership. Okay, we got the number 5 of Swords. Again, is about pride, ego, all those kind of things. Standing up. It's like, hey, arrogance, that kind of a nature. This is not a stable. It's not a pretty thing. It's not a pretty thing. Ego and pride, that tells you that that person doesn't want to grow, that they just want to be right and in control all the time. All right. So this unexpected visitor might be somebody sharing some information with you, because this is your center card, that maybe there is somebody in your life that needs to be reevaluated, is I guess the best way to say it. Okay. So you might want to do that. Your last card out is your challenge card, which, how do I say this? It is the Knight of Swords. Is the challenge card is to share the truth with somebody, and somebody's afraid to do that, or they don't want to share the truth because it's facing the pride card. It's facing the arrogance card. It's like, it's not going to buddy and say, oh, you're so damn arrogant. No, it's going to say, you know, did you realize how you sound when you say that? Because it comes off as you're righteous, you're better than everybody. And I know you don't intend to be. That's more of a loving way of doing it. But this is a conversation that needs to happen with somebody. And I think the pride, and this is going to bring you a lot closer, because we got the number 2. And this is going to be unexpected for somebody. I don't know who it is, or that person's going to come to you and maybe ask you, and that'll be your opportunity, because your little intuition saying, now's the time, go ahead, talk about it. And your perspective is not their perspective, and their perspective is not your perspective. So when you think you're right, they think they're right for whatever reason, whether it's true or not. That's their truth. Is it the absolute truth? No. But it's still their truth, because how they were formed, their mindset as a child and as they grew up, and their foundation. All right. I don't know if this all makes sense to you guys. My Sagittarius. Somebody might have to travel to do that, though. Or somebody may be traveling to do it. And it doesn't mean it has to be a long travel. It could be across town. It could be, you know, state away, or a country away, or whatever. Yep. Some talking has to happen, guys. I don't know who's going to be talking. This is an opportunity to move forward and not have to look at the past and go with the past. This is an opportunity to plant a seed and start something fresh and new, and grow this relationship, whatever it is, together. We don't grow relationships with things. We grow relationships with people. All right. All right, Divine, is there anything else for Sagittarius, please? And if you've liked this far, please don't forget to like and subscribe. I would love to have you, and I would love to share with you. And you can also see some transformation videos on Divine Warrior Tarot, how to grow yourself spiritually, or how to make decisions and things like that, or go to Get Balanced 2020. And there's a ton of transformation videos there, and how to help yourself as well, and how to communicate and balance your life. All right. So we've got the Five of Cups, and more cups, more cups, more cups. It's about what you want, what you desire, what you love, and what you want in your life. And this is a time to really start to manifest it. We're in the full moon, moving to the new moon, which we're now in. That's the waxing moon, which is to manifest and absorb and bring things in. But the Five of Cups is about somebody looking at, oh, I can't do that. I won't do that. To me, oh, this is that low vibrational energy, the low frequencies that you're listening to. Turn your body around and look at those two cups, please. That's saying that, hey, I can do this. And yeah, I am going to do it. I'm going to muster the courage up to talk to them. I'm going to muster it up. We're going to have, and maybe the conversation isn't going to go away, but as soon as it begins to get heated, diffuse it and walk away, because nobody's going to listen to anybody then. All right. Don't do that, because you got the Ace of Wands. Okay. And then you also have somebody might be ashamed or afraid or wanting to hide something, that maybe they'll feel judged. Maybe, like for many, many years when I was in relationships, I wouldn't talk about the sexual abuse that I'd gone through. But then because I was afraid I was going to be judged, so I kept it secret, sort of in that nature. So that maybe they're a little bit ashamed of maybe what happened to them, maybe that's how they're making their decisions through their trauma and PTSD, and they don't want to talk about it. That's okay. They'll talk about it when it's the right time. But when you do talk about it and you release it, and you unexpectedly start blurting it all out, then you can actually realize you are bringing that commitment and a better relationship, because you're being vulnerable and you're saying, I trust you enough that you are not going to go blurt this to everybody, that you care about me enough to share that information. So somebody might be going through that. I don't know who that is. And thank you. He says, this is where that pride's coming from, fear. And that's what pride is. If you lose control, what do you got? Pain, trauma, PTSD. They don't. Okay, they may not even know that they're doing. All right, Sagittarius, that is your reading. I thank you. I hope you have a good next 2 weeks. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And we are moving on to Capricorns. I think Capricorn's the last one. I've got my list. Nope, I got 2 more. So Capricorns are next. Friday. I'm getting hungry, you guys. I've been doing this for a couple hours now. And I don't think I ate breakfast. I keep forgetting to eat. I'm down 5 pounds, and that's not intentionally. Oh my gosh. All right. All right, Capricorns. And if you're still listening, thank you. Appreciate it. Oh, good. Well, congratulations on the new job. I am going on, for those that are brand new, I am going on Capricorn. All right. Yeah. So for the Capricorns, and if you're just tuning in, thank you. Appreciate it. Don't forget to like and subscribe. But this is about the new moon, the eclipse that has happened this morning. I'm on the Pacific coast in the United States, in a state called Oregon. And this full moon and eclipse is really pushing for stability. And you'll see that in the cards. If you've had time to actually go through all the signs that I've done, you hear that over and over and over, even through the whole spreads and everything. So definitely stability, trying to make life more comfortable for yourself, more peaceful, bringing balance, things of that nature. We've got Saturn messing around up there with Venus. We've got some T-squares, which means when Saturn's in play, that means there's some strictness. Venus is more of a loving, playful planet. So there's trying to be some standards and boundaries. Okay, so pay attention to that. Are your standards and boundaries up where they should be? your integrity, your morals, your all that kind of stuff, you know. So pay attention to those. But we're going to go into Capricorn sign right now and see. For those that have never watched my channel before, this is the Divine's deck. We shoot a card from Divine. This is his deck only. I am an intuitive. Are these upside down? Nope. Okay. I am intuitive, empath, and my readings, I actually don't need cards, but some intuitives doodle. Some people do different things because we are trying to connect. So cards, I like to shuffle. So this is where I go. But I do readings. So if you want a reading, you can set an appointment through divinewarriorintuitive.com or email me. All right, so let's get going for the Capricorns. Somebody stop. This is a healing tarot. So if you're going through a challenge, struggle, worried about something, anxiety, you know, that kind of a thing, this is to hopefully help your healing. If that's the card you wanted, please bring it out again. He has the card for you guys. Willing release in reverse. Okay. Willing release in reverse, and it is the number 4, stability. What does it mean in reverse? And I love it when he does he does this when he's trying to transform you. That's why I said somebody stuck. There was the freeze card. When he's trying to transform you, somebody's just stubborn and not wanting to. See that little butterfly? Okay. But what that means is willing to release, it's willing to let go. It doesn't mean that it's willing to let go of a person, a relationship, or anything, but willing to let go of something that really doesn't matter. So if you're worried about things of the earth or the world, it doesn't matter. If you cannot take it with you when you pass this life, it doesn't matter. He doesn't care. What he does care about, or the universe or anything, because love is the highest frequency you can get. What is divine? Divine is about love. What is God? God's about love. What is about anything in this earth? It's about love, right? So the frequency, low frequency, is the opposite. So when you are at love in the highest of love, then your frequency is out of this world. But if you're worried about stuff and things and people and everything, you can't take those people with you. You can't take anything with you. This is about your journey alone, your calling and everything of that nature. So when you want to release and you're not releasing, then I'm asking, if I was your coach, I would just say, what is going on with you right now that you cannot release and let go? If you're worrying, if you have anxiety or depression, you're worrying about things and you're holding on to things that you need to release into the universe, into divine, and that kind of a thing, to allow your vibration to increase, to go up, and to move to a higher level of peace and joy. How do I know? Been there, done that. All right. All right. Yeah, it is very difficult. It is very difficult. It's something that takes practice. Definitely does take practice, and you can do it. I know you can. Your current energy for this week is going to be the dog. Woo-hoo. Loyalty, sincerity, unconditional love. What did I just talk about? I don't look at the cards because I'm hearing what he has to say, or I'm getting plot thoughts or energies, or people are trying to come through that might be your ancestors, relatives, or mine, or whatever. I don't know. That noise I try to block out, just hear him. So loyalty, sincerity, unconditional love, you can take those with you. That is the number 10. That means there's something that is going to finish, something's going to start, something new in your journey. So it has to say, okay, rather than just saying something negative or like, man, that sucks, and you verbalize that, and that's energy, that is, you've actually created a manifestation of that energy, then you would just say, you know what, I really didn't like that, but I'm going to keep moving forward. So then you've actually put more of a positive spin in that energy. Okay. It's how you handle your words and your actions is what shows. So this number 10 is about stopping some bad habits, some standards, some boundaries that are not healthy for you. and moving forward with things that are healthy for you. And the people that, thank you. So, and the people that are on your side and support you will be loyal to you. Just like this dog, I guess. I don't know. I've just seen, sometimes I see things and sometimes I hear things and stuff. So I don't know who that's for, but I love dogs. Future energy for the next 2 weeks, your intention. Number 4, again, about stability. This number 4 is becoming stable. It is learning what you need to learn. It is what you need to have in your life. And the intention, the thing about, I just said this to a girl yesterday who's starting a new business, and I'll share it with you guys. Your good intentions, if they aren't followed through, are empty promises. So when you, for example, if you are going to be loyal or you're going to share love, just say, hey, let's go to the movie on Saturday. Let's plan it. We're going to be there. I'll come and pick you up at 4:00 and we'll go to the movie. And 4:00 comes, you don't pick them up. You don't call. You don't do anything because you're like, oh, they'll understand. But they're sitting there waiting because you said you were going to call and you didn't. That means that good intention meant absolutely nothing. It was an empty promise that wasn't kept. And that is not loyalty. That is not honesty. That's not love. That's not caring. That's not compassion. That's a very hypothetical kind of thing, but this happens day in and day out. And what people do not understand is when you make a promise or plan an intention, your actions affect that other person. So you got to be really mindful in how you do that. And how we get back to this willing to release is willing to release those bad habits, boundaries that are unhealthy, the standards that are unhealthy, and moving forward. Okay. Again, we're getting back to that stability of the planets. We're getting the stability of the numerology. We're getting the stability of the eclipse, the moon, everything. And also just life in general. All right. Whew. All right, let's see what we have for the Capricorns. Ah. Oh my goodness. Okay, so if you're brand new to my channel, make sure that you listen to the first card, center card, and the last card. Those are the key cards here of what's happening on. Okay. A thing that we want to release is authority, which is control. Okay. So somebody wants to control the situation. Somebody wants to have a handle on the situation. Somebody wants to, almost like, I feel like somebody's squeezing the crap in the life out of somebody. Right. And so the thing is that you want to squish that. You're holding on to something that is keeping you captive, that is not allowing you to let go of that so that you can actually have something much better, that unconditional love that is much better. And if you don't, it may destroy a relationship. It may destroy something and separate. The death card is not about a bad card, but it could be something about a growth card. Okay, it is a lesson learning card because these two cards are together. So the death card means just separation. Doesn't mean like, oh gosh, it's going to end, it's going to be bad. No, it means that it's separate. Maybe you need to learn something. Maybe you need to, let go of something. Like with, I can't remember which one it was, but one of the, they keep living in the past. So they, even though they have a new boyfriend or girlfriend, they keep looking at, oh, well, they're going to do this to me because my last boyfriend, my girlfriend did it to me. So I just can't trust them. I can't let them, I just can't do that. Well, that's a lesson you haven't learned yet, that everybody is very different and you cannot put what from is the past onto something in the future because you will kibosh it, which means separate. You will end it. So the thing is, whatever it is that you're going through that you need to release, if you don't understand to release it and let go, let it go, whatever that song is. But if you don't let it go, and I can't sing, you're going to kibosh it. it's like you've got this chokehold on something, or no, I won't even say something, someone so much. And this may not be you, this may be somebody doing this to you. But the thing is, they've got such a chokehold on it that you can't even breathe. You can't be your authentic self. You can't be you. You can't do whatever you need to do. What I love about this is your next card is the Ace of Pentacles. There is a little gate right at the bottom of that pentacle. It's your choice to go through with that opportunity or not. You can stay there with that chokehold. It's almost like I used to work in abuse. You can stay in that abusive relationship and just have the crap slapped out of you, or whatever the abuse is. You can stay in that and live in it. And sometimes, unfortunately, some people live in it because that's what they're comfortable with, because that's all they know. However, if you want to end that and you want a beautiful life, you have to understand that there has to be change. You have to learn. Maybe you have to go get a resource. How do I do this? How do I get away? How do I do that? Kind of thing. I don't know why I'm sharing this. But then your opportunities open up. Now, for somebody, that might be an opportunity. Again, willingness to let go. Is this a job that you need to let go so that a better job can come along? Is this a career change that you need to do that better come along? I don't know what's going on in your life, but definitely where your intentions are, future card, this is where you need to focus in on. What are your intentions? What do you want to do in the next 5 years, 10 years, 12 years? Where do you want to be? What is your final goal? Do you want to be married? Do you want to be single? Do you want to travel? Do you want to, whatever it is? I mean, the sky's the limit, but what's your intention? Because don't make it a pipe dream. You got to have action to get there. All right. So we have a curiosity. So there's somebody that might be opening a door. This is more of a mature idea, more mature thought, more mature decision that you're going to make. This is maybe setting some standards and boundaries. You know what? Maybe you've got a partner that comes home at 3 o'clock in the morning, and you might have questions. What they're doing is just say, hey, you're off of work at 12 o'clock. I would really like to phone call where you're going to be, so that I don't have to worry. If the phone call doesn't come, there's accountability of that responsibility of what they're supposed to be doing. That's just part of life. You got to go to Get Balanced 2020, learn all that kind of stuff. But this is a new way of thinking. There's a new way of starting fresh and starting to release. When you go to let go of something, it's not going to be immediate a lot of the times, especially if it has to do with people and relationships. You're not going to let go of it all the time because there's going to be a fight back. This is your challenge card. Okay. If you want out of a relationship, but somebody else doesn't, they're going to fight back. Your challenge is to stand up for what you believe in, your boundaries, your standards, your integrity, your morals, your character, and everything that divine you can take with you, and your memories. Yes, you do. You take some of your memories. I don't know how long they last for, but you do take your memories, because there we go on to different. But anyway, you have to, this is your challenge card. It's the 7. When you begin to stand up for yourself, there is process. There is progress, because it is the number 7. It will happen, and you will find that somebody will become more loyal. They will have more unconditional love for you, and their intentions are going to change, because now you're setting a standard and a boundary for yourself that matters to you and that is important to you, because if they don't, then they were really never there for you in the first place. But you got to let go of the negative, the unhealthy habits, the unhealthy ways of doing things, and look forward and release. I can't make this up. So then this card will turn this way, and you will be on your way to healing, actually. Much more on your way to healing. All right? All right, Capricorns, let me see. Justice, yes, more decisions. If there's anything else Divine wants to share. Again, don't forget to like and subscribe, please, if you can. And for those that are making comments, I do go back and read them. So if you feel you need to email me or talk or anything, I am a coach. I'm a transitional coach. So You're definitely welcome to email me. I talk to people all over the world. Or if you have an ability that you don't know how to do or understand, I do help people through that as well, as best as I can. But I don't do it, actually. Divine does. Yeah. So your unwillingness to let go is through your past pain. You're not taking care of yourself or healing yourself. You really, really need to focus in on that. And you really need to get away from listening to people. You're listening to the wrong people. So you really need to listen to the correct people, which would be your divine, your higher power of that nature. But I would say get some rest. Here's the thing. When you're setting standards and boundaries, go someplace quiet, go someplace alone. Really think of what you want for yourself, your journey, what you want for you. Again, remember, dogs would be loyal. The person that you love or want to love should be supportive, should be loyal, and it should be somebody that is going to be longevity, love you unconditionally, no matter good, bad, ugly. So you need to go by yourself for a little while and be loving and bring yourself joy and ask yourself, what is it that I want for the rest of my life? And go get it, because you can have it. And I know that you can have it. You just have to release some of the pain to get through it, and think positive. And there's videos on that. I think I have like 70 videos on my Get Balanced 2020 channel. But there's ways to get through that pain and move on and have peace. I'm there. I love it. I've been at peace for so many years. And when I do have a mountain, like I've had that stress is actually not believing and having faith that something is going to be fine. However, world pushes those things very stressful on you. And it could be very challenging, and you do need to stand up for your boundaries and your standards. Okay, this is your challenge card. Stand up for yourself. Be your authentic self of who you are, what you want, where you go, and don't back down. If it's integrity, morals, and values, stick with them. The person will come along that will love you unconditionally, because that's their intention. That's your future card. That is their intention, just to love you unconditionally. You have to let go of your pain and your trauma. Okay, for somebody, I don't know who that's for. All right, you guys, California. I told you I'm getting loopy. Capricorns, you are done for today. This was your reading. I hope you enjoyed it. Go enjoy the next 2 weeks. I've just got to turn the page because I got to remember who I'm doing. That's all I need to know. Trust me, I don't have notes. But go and enjoy. Have a great 2 weeks. Don't forget to like and subscribe my channel. You know, and coffee when you're thirsty is not a good drink to have in your cup, because it makes you more dehydrated. So anyway, I really thank you for making all the comments too, Michael. I appreciate it. I'm going to go back and listen. I do look at everything. And if you make comments, even on my website or my YouTube, I do have Facebook as well. But if you make comments, I always go back, read them, and comment back. So I love hearing those. All right. So Aquarius, you are my next one, guys. Aquarius. My daughter and I were talking. I can sing the tune in my head and it's perfect, but when it comes out here, it's like, but she can put it in her head and it comes out perfect. And I'm like, how do you do that? Brain misfunction. All right, Aquarius. Here we go. I guess I have to go back and timestamp. I don't do this normally live, where I'm on here and do each one live. But I guess I have to go back and timestamp. My daughter says, they'll do it for you, Mom. And I'm like, I don't know how to do that. Or I don't know how they'll do that. She goes, somebody usually timestamps. And I'm like, why would they waste time to go and check? All right, guys, here we go. Aquarius. If you're just tuning in, this is for the next 2 weeks. This is the full moon in Taurus for November 7th, actually 8th, 2, because we had the eclipse and it was 6:02 in the morning, Eastern Standard Time on the United States. This is about also to the other planets and numerology and all that fun stuff. But for you, Aquarius, this is, if you want that card, please shuffle it again. Please have it show again. It's comfort and stability. You're going to see a lot of come up, number 4s, number 5s. I can't make that happen. I'm not a magician. I don't know how to do that. I can barely shuffle. But stability and comfort is really huge through this. Are you serious? Really? Boy, that's interesting. You guys see how much I shuffled those. So my first card for you is the Oracle. The first Oracle is Divines. This is your second dimension message to you. And you can say it's from your loved ones, your spirit guides. You could say it's from, I say it's from Divine because this is Divine's deck. I always pray and ask for his guidance and his voice and message through the thing. But this is his. It's a very interesting because this was Capricorn's. It's sacred reverence. I can't make this up. I mean, I shuffle them and let me do this here. So sacred reverence, again, is about bringing something together. This is about listening to your higher power. It's a community, what do you call that? A commitment to bringing things together, but paying attention to also the higher divine spirit, the higher dimension, your higher self, even that kind of a thing. It's the number 11, which is the number 2, which is bringing things together. So when you look at a heart and you look at a key, you want to put them together and you unlock. Okay. Same with, you would put 2 hands together in a heart, you're bringing them together, you're making love. Okay. So it sort of is in that sort of instance there. Did I do? And then your second oracle is your current energy, and then we'll go to your 2 weeks energy, and then after that, we're going to do your spread. All right, Aquarius. Huh, interesting. Very interesting. Michael, you're very interesting. Okay, here we go. So we've got the Divines card. And then now we have your current energy is the Eagle, which is spirit, integrity, connection to the angelic realm. And we were just talking about here with the Divines card. And it's the number 9. It means the forefront. Okay. So the eagle soars high, it goes to the highest it can go. And then it watches, and then it comes in, like if it's hungry, it's looking at the ocean, looking at the rivers or whatever, the fish in there, and looking down. However, this is about where your stability is, where your standards, your morals, we're probably going to repeat that a little bit. Definitely. However, for the Aquarius, things are very disruptive with this full moon and this eclipse. Things are really disruptive at first, and then they seem to mellow out, and actually the fruit comes at the very end. However, if you're in a disruptive situation, go to your higher self, go to the higher reverence, the sacred reverence. Okay. The problem is, if you don't do that, because this is at the forefront, you stay stuck. Boop. Okay. You will stay stuck. Looking at things with the world and the world's presence, you will stay stuck. You will not be able to see the big picture. Being an intuitive and talking to Divine a lot, even if I'm going through something, even like the job that I have now in the day, my daughter's like, well, why does he have you there? And I'm like, I haven't seen it yet. But in everything else I've done in my life, he has shown me why I was, where I was, when I was, and the reason why he had me there. And every time he does it, it's like, oh, I see that now, because it was for my better. I didn't understand it, but he was just trying to help and guide me, or he was just trying to help me through some of my poor, crappy decisions. Like, oh crap, here she goes again. She made another worldly decision, and I've got to clean up the mess again. So that definitely is sort of like that. So going to your higher self and asking, what do I do? Where do I do? Where do I go? That kind of thing. So if he asked me to pick up and move, I'd pick up and move. I live for my higher self and for the divine, not for me. Okay, your universe, because those vibrations are high. They're very peaceful, very joyful, very happy, and your life is, you look at world completely different. I don't like to look at it hardly at all. All right, Aquarius, let's see what's going on with you along with that. So don't get stuck in the mud here in the future, okay? Don't get stuck in the mud in the future. Something fell apart. I don't know if somebody moved away. Oh, thank you. Somebody did something that they shouldn't have and they left. It's sort of like ghosting, which I hate. But I think it's the sleaziest way to get out of something and not be accountable or responsible and just say, hey, you know what? We don't get along. I don't like you. Whatever. I'd rather have somebody say, I don't like you and then ghost me, because it's just a cop out. It's just a cop out. Anyway, remember, looking at your higher self, not getting stuck. Again, things sort of fell apart because things were going really, really good. And then things sort of fell apart because somebody wasn't either being honest, something happened, sort of deceitful, because we got the 6 and 7. It sort of moved into a way of what somebody thought might have happened, but it didn't happen. There was another sign that had this too, where it was like a celebration, like we're going to get married, and it fell apart, kind of a thing. This is more of like somebody did somebody wrong, and they knew that they were doing somebody wrong, and then they left. I don't know who that's for. That created a lot of pain. This is your center card. Created a lot of pain, a lot of stress, a lot of hurt. It could have costed a lot of money, but the thing is, I don't see the money card here. But it created a real pain in where you are, and this is where you need to take your healing. You need to take it to divine. You need to take it to a higher level. This is something at the forefront for you right now to do. Why? Because you have the eagle in the center, the number 9, and you have the 9 of swords in the center, which is about focusing in on the pain to get rid of the pain. You need to do that and trust in your guides, trust in your angels, trust in the divine, that they know what they're doing. Maybe that's why he had me tell that story in the beginning. To know what they're doing and to bring you to a higher, more beautiful life. So, because otherwise you're going to get stuck. Okay. Whatever is this, whoever hurt you, whoever betrayed you, whoever lied to you, whoever did it, and they took off, like I said, sort of like a ghosting kind of a thing. I've been ghosted. And then they try to come back, and I'm like, you know what? You did that once. That's very immature. Don't bother me again. Somebody ghosts you once, get rid of them. Or just if they ghost you, get rid of them. Or if they, start backing off on you and they're like, I'm busy. Oh, give me a break. If you don't have 2 seconds in the day for me, you don't have time for me, period. I'm more valuable than that. So, but there is something beautiful that is coming out of that. So you might be sharing that with somebody who is very close, somebody that's very near and dear to you, somebody that maybe have been in your past, or they may be coming towards you. This is going to be really a challenging time for you, Aquarius, because from this, whatever has happened, you're going to have to accept and move forward and trust in this reverence, because the Hierophant is your next card. Or you're going to stay stuck. I don't know, maybe you like the mud. It's sort of cool. I mean, refreshing. A good mud bath would be a nice one. No, just joking. It's not. It'll keep you stuck and you can't move forward. And here's your challenge card, is you have a new refreshing start, something new, exciting, something that looks like it's coming towards you, but you're going to have to really want it and allow it to happen, and not take control of that. All right. You don't want to take control of that. You just want to let it happen. Excuse me. You just want it to happen. Then there's victory again. The one thing I love about the Fool card, and this is your challenge, guys, Aquarius, your challenge is to look at it with a pure heart. Because if you look at, I don't know if this one is, Yeah, I guess so. This is the weight deck, but it's a different one. If you look, he's got a white rose in his flower. And Divine has me look at that every now and then because it's pure. White is pure. And the thing is with pure is fresh, pure is new. And it's something that we need to embrace as something new, fresh, and inviting. And that's why the Fool and his dog also is white. So he's ready for a new start. He's ready for something fresh, new. He's letting those rays shine down on him from above. Okay, Divine's everywhere. Energy's everywhere. So, I mean, my mom could be standing behind me if I didn't know it. There's times where my brother, who was murdered, stands behind me and just lets me know he's there. So those kind of things. So definitely, yeah, yep. You really do need to be looking at your angelic and your spirits and your integrity and everything. When you go below your standards and your boundaries, you are saying to that person that you are more important than I am. When you let something go of integrity, values, and morals, you're just basically saying, okay, well, I'll back down. I don't want to fight. No, you're saying that their values, their morals, whatever it is more important. And if it's very unhealthy, then that you might want to reevaluate because that's not sacred reverence. Okay. And the reason why I bring that because you're not moving forward. Somebody's stuck again. Somebody's going to say, oh, I don't want to do it. It's too hard. It's too, I don't want to confront him. Ooh, I heard that. Doesn't like confrontation. Ooh, but you got to confront. You got to confront in order to move forward. If you don't confront, you're going to be stuck. All right. I don't know who that's for. But Aquarius, that's sort of the message. Again, for Aquarians with this full moon and the eclipse, very disruptive, very unsure in the very beginning, just because something fell apart. But whatever is falling apart, don't stress over, don't have anxiety over, don't have panic over. Just say, you know what? It is what it is. Things happen for a reason. I'm going to trust in that, have faith in that, and I'm going to keep moving forward because something good's coming. As long as I hold on to that high reverence, that integrity, and ask your angels and your guides to come and help, okay, and show you. I'm excited for what that pure new thing is that comes ahead for you. All right. So Aquarius, that was your reading. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. I appreciate it. I appreciate all the comments. And again, I will look at those once I'm done. And then I get on some of these saddles and let it work. Can somebody help me? I am going to probably start teaching classes and step down from my other job so that I can do that. So, all right. All right. While I shuffle and get ready for the next one. And the last one is Pisces. And then I'll have to go back and put the timestamps on for you guys. So if you want to come back and watch them or share them, then you'll know exactly where your signs are. Yeah. All right. So here we go. Pisces. Pisces. So if you are new and watching, Pisces, welcome. This is a reading from the full moon and the eclipse, as well as your reading for the next 2 weeks. Just because I get busy and I don't get a chance to do these, and who knows, I may decide to do these on the weekend. I have the weekend off, guys, so I might be able to do more readings. Or if you want a private reading, again, go to my website or message me. We can do a private reading. Or if you have questions about your abilities and you don't know what to do or how to do it, or I get a lot of people that have that actually have some demons stuck to them, so and their families. But definitely I'm available for that. All right. But you can go to divinewarriorintuitive.com and look at that. And there, you get Balance 2020s there too for my secular channel. All right, because I'm a transformation coach. Transformation nation. I shouldn't say that. All righty. Pisces. Divine. If there's anything for Pisces that you want me to share, or if you any angels or anybody who wants to come through to share, all in positive light and love, I appreciate it. So this first oracle is the Divine's card. That is his deck and his deck only. And then this will be your current energies and then your future energies for the next 2 weeks. And then we'll go into your spread. So the Divine's card is the Oracle gift. Is interesting. It's talking. He's sharing to seep. I don't know if you know what that means, but he's showing a cup with tea in it. But to seep the tea, it's like you have to embrace it and let it sit and stew and become a really fine flavor. If you leave it in too long, the tea bag in too long, then it becomes really strong and bitter. It's knowing when to use your abilities or your gifts or your talents or your skills or your experience. And sometimes that takes time. And I mean, I've been doing leather work for I don't know how many years, since high school. And just now, I'm not going to say, well, I'll say I'm 63. So now in the last 2 years, my work has exploded. Okay. So it takes time to grow things in relationships, work, talent, skills. And so you got to be patient. So I'm hearing somebody's not patient. You've got to know that there's a step-by-step process. But if you jump some of those steps, like if you were to not seep it, you put your tea bag in there and you're not seeping it, and you take it out, it's going to be really, it's not going to do much. You're not going to enjoy it that much, right? This is the number 11 and number 2, again, to bring things together. A lot of 2s and 4s and 5s today, because the full moon and the eclipse is about growing stability, about becoming comfortable, making things comfortable when things are really strict and stringent, because Saturn's in there as well. Okay, so knowing what is your calling? You don't even know what your calling is. Knowing what that is and how to manifest it forward, at baby steps, kind of a thing. Excuse me. So it's about movement. It's again about movement. How we're moving forward. Are we moving forward 2 steps forward, 3 steps back? Or, are we moving 3 steps forward, 2 steps back? It's okay, because that's how we learn and grow. It's when we get impatient with that process and we take the tea bag out too early, then we have weak tea. Or if we leave it in too late, it's like you go do something. Oh, I got to do this and I got to do this. You're multitasking. Oh crap! Now my tea bag is really dark, or my tea's dark. You take it out and it's like, nah, this is nasty. Relationships are the same way. If you rush a relationship or a partnership, or partnership for work or whatever, you rush it, you're going to miss a step. You could be losing a lot of money. You could be losing a lot of the relationship or whatever. However, if you take that time and seep it properly and use that properly, your patience is a gift, then you'll be much better off. Your future card, again, this has popped up a couple of times today. The wishing well. 8 is the number 3 again. So it's about acknowledging which way you want to go, what you're wishing for, what you're hoping for, and it is your choice to move forward in that. How many coins are you going to put in the well? How much are you going to invest into that well? Thank you. That was a beautiful way to say that. How much are you going to invest in that well? How much are you going to invest in your gift, your future, your movement forward, your goal setting of that nature? All right. So Pisces, let's see what's going on with that. Beautiful, beautiful. I love that number. Another number 3 on the bottom of the deck. That's a celebration. This is something that we are moving forward to. This is something we really want to move forward to. This is very, very beautiful. He comes out quite a bit. So the then this would make sense why this card came first. The High Priestess, she's also the number 2. This is about bringing something together, moving things together, moving things yeah, along the way. So goal by goal by goal by goal, moving things in a way. But he's having me look at the towers or the pillars, and the pillars are black and white, or black and tan. One is actually Boaz, the B on it is Boaz, and the other one's Jasheen. These are biblical characters. And she's holding a tarot scroll. So it's very much about a higher level of understanding. But the thing he wanted me to point out is the black and white. The negative, the positive, the light, the dark, whatever it is, however you want to call it. Your movement is dependent upon you. Again, this is your gift. This is whatever you're going to do, taking the time to do it, taking the time to embrace it. Brainstorm. If this is something about work or a project, yeah, you got to brainstorm. It's sort of like an artist. They want to know what they're going to draw. Okay, they have an idea. And then they sort of doodle it and sketch it out. And it's like, okay, that's sort of what I want to do. It's like doing anything. You've got to have an idea, and you got to go through a step-by-step process, and then your end goal is beautiful, kind of a thing. So you've got to know, and that's your investment of how much time or energy you're going to put into something. Okay. So the black and the white is it's your mindset. It's going to be you thinking either positive or negative towards that process. And again, think of yourself putting pennies in a well, putting pennies in that well. And the more pennies you put in, the more things positive that will come out, more fruit, more rewards that will come out. Probably see the number 6 and 7 quite a bit. Or 5 and 4 just because of stabilities, but all right. Oh my goodness. This definitely is talking about your future. Pisces. All right. So again, it is talking about your future. This is the time where you have to really pay attention to your intuition, your heart, your spirit, what you really want, your passion. Thank you. And that is in the moons for you guys. In the moon and the eclipse, because the eclipse is about intensifying that. What is your passion? What is your desire? What do you want to do? What is your gift? What is your calling? I can't make this up, guys. So what is that you want and desire in life? Go for it. Go for it. It's how much you invest. I've been an entrepreneur for so many years, and people say, how do you do it? It's just how much energy do you want to put into it? Look at it in an athlete. In an athlete, they've got to want that so bad. They put it above and beyond anything else they want to do. And you look at a ice skater or even baseball or football, they put that above. They're practicing, they're training, they're doing whatever's. So your gift and your ability, your calling, if you want to utilize, if you want to grow your abilities, if you, like for me, I'm intuitive, I hear. I've been in the last couple of years seeing, not spirit, but I'm seeing, he's giving me visuals, and some of them I'm like, man, I don't like that, but I understand why he's giving them to me. But the thing is, whatever it is that you want to grow, you grow it, because it is for your future. You have to acknowledge it first. This is planting your seed. This is the number 3 again. You're acknowledging it. I told you I would see some of those, and there is a 6 in here. Planting your seed. What is it for the future that you want? And you're in the desert at the moment, sort of like, okay, I need to plant the seed. And then what do I need to do next? And if you don't know what to do next, it's finding that person or that resource, which now in this day and age, you guys are so full of Google and YouTube that you really, really can find it anywhere. So, but you definitely do need to get some help in whatever it is that you're doing. This is more of a growing process, but the Knight of Pentacles, for somebody, it's something to do with their work, and they want to move forward, their career forward, and everything of that nature. Some people make money at their gifts. There's nothing wrong with that. However, if they're making it for a good benefit, then I would understand that. But if they're just soaking money, from people and it's unethical, then it's not good. But this is something you may need to get some coaching on or some financial help on, or you might be torn between which way to go, spiritually or worldly. Okay. Because there's a lot of opportunities here. Be mindful though that somebody doesn't squish what you're doing. So don't listen to people that are in the negative and they'll say, oh, well, you can't do that. You don't have money. You don't have the skills. You don't have this. You don't have that. And why would you do that? Don't listen to those. But I don't know. I'm going to get clarity on the Six of Swords. Somebody is either going to be traveling to something or moving away to something to finish that. Or somebody's going to be moving to you. I don't feel that. I feel like moving away. Something's moving away. It might be up the street. It might be up to the next city. It might be whatever, but it also, and like in marriage, one moves away from their family and one, doesn't, that kind of a thing or whatever. But somebody is moving away. I'll get more clarification on that. And then somebody is analyzing if they should. They're like, okay, is this something that I really, really want to do? Is this opportunity something that I really want to go for? I'm a little afraid. I don't know how many coins I want to put in that well. I don't know how much investment I want to put into that. And that's where your fear is playing in on that because you're not used to it. Again, the number 5, instability, something new, something scary. You've never done it before. You don't know how to go about doing it. It is a little scary, but it's also a little exciting because your challenge card is the Ace of Cups. The Ace of Cups is definitely something that is moving forward in something that you want, desire. It's a brand new beginning. You're very afraid of it. Your challenge card is you don't know if you really want to go for it, if you'll get it. If you don't try to go forward and try to get it, you may never know. It's like a pipe dream, like I said in somebody else's reading. Is a pipe dream is something that you really want, desire, you would really love to have, but then you don't do anything to go towards it. Okay, definitely something that and a dream is something that you actually make action to move forward to it. All right. Can I get some clarification? I'm going to say it on the Six of Swords, please. Is this going to be something to be coming towards someone or going away from someone? And what is that in relation to? Going to be a little bit hard to get started. If this is a work thing, it's going to be a little bit of work to get it started. However, the waters get calm. The waters are going to be fine. You're definitely going to have to take courage. Yep, let go of control. It's something that you desire, you want to do, something that you really want to do. Courage is going to be really something that you need to just be strong and just keep moving. I'll tell you right now, as an entrepreneur, sometimes I'm like, what the heck am I doing? Fake it till I make it. And I just keep moving. And before you know it, I'm taking off. So definitely want to keep moving forward. And this is going to be something for the long haul. This is not something, it's sort of like coming out with my spirituality. It took me years to admit to the public about my abilities. Just my daughter knew. But I said, yeah, because people judge me. People say I'm crazy. People say, all that kind of stuff. But in reality, when I got to the spiritual way of living, I don't care. So this is just something for the future because it's the rest of my life. It's been all my life. I just kept it squashed. Again, that's why I said, don't let somebody squash you. Watch his foot there. Don't let somebody squash your dreams. Don't let somebody squash your goals, your things that you want in life. Because you can go wherever you want. It's how much you want to move to it. All right. But yeah, so I think you guys, you've got a beautiful thing coming. beautiful, beautiful thing coming. And you've got to want it. Don't be afraid of it. Oh my gosh, it's so beautiful. And just remember to take your time to make sure, if this is ability, to listen to the fourth dimension, to listen divine, listen to the other dimensions, and hear your spirit, hear your intuition. If this is something of the world that you want, a person, a job, a career, whatever it is, embrace it. Just make sure that that tea bag is, you got patience to get that tea bag to where it needs to go, step by step by step by step. All right. So hopefully this helps somebody. I don't know. But this is why I do the healing tarot. So Pisces, that's your reading. For the next 2 weeks, there's going to be some conflict in the very beginning. It's going to be hard. It's not going to be easy, but you'll get through it. You'll get through it. And don't forget to like and subscribe. I really love having, this was a new experience for me to go through all of them in one day. But I really enjoyed this, and I enjoyed all the comments. I enjoyed the people that were coming in. Hello, is it Jamie? I can't see. I need new glasses. But I really enjoyed that. So please don't stop the comments. Don't stop the shares, the likes, the subscriptions. Go to my Get Balanced 2020 channel if you need transformation coaching. 70 or 80 videos on there. On communication, how to better your life, how to transform to a spiritual life, get away from this worldly life. Trust me, because your roller coaster is going to be like this. But if you go to a spiritual life, you're on the kiddie coaster. Really nice. And when the bumps come, you're like, ooh, that was sort of fun. All right. But it's a lot of fun. But I hope you guys have a wonderful 2 weeks. And thank you, thank you, thank you for watching. And if you hung in there, Michael, thank you for watching all of them, or as far as you watched. But enjoy your weeks, and don't forget to email me, say hello, comment, whatever. All right. Take care. Don't forget to walk in absolute truth and love. Bye-bye now.